Hey everyone, how are you? So good to see you. I see we've got a lot of people here already. I love it, love it, love it. Good to see you. Of course, I would love to say hello to Jane J, my wonderful moderator here today. We'll see if some other moderators pop in. So let's see what's going on. We've got, oh boy, we've got a lot of people. Janice, hello, welcome to the channel. I'm so happy you found the show. Lila, hello. Praja, how you doing? Shivani and Mona, how are you both? Haneen, beautiful Aries, Cancerian Queen. Oh, thank you. Awesome. So you donated. Great. Haneen and Jamie Lee, it looks like you donated as well. Anyway, happy Tuesday. I don't know what else to say about that. Happy Tuesday. Today I have the Silver Era Tarot spread out with my clear quartz. Now I don't use this one often. Don't know why. No reason in particular. But these are super cool. I mean, look at, they're black and white, but they have something colored in each of them, you know, so they're super cute. Look at that, her blindfold. Ooh, well, maybe I will have to break these bad boys out today. I don't, and again, the way I choose decks, it literally is just my mood. I have a couple that I like for certain things, like the Deviant Moon. I really like that for work questions, but for the most part, it's literally just what my mood is. So all right, so let's get going. I'm going to let you know how it works here in case you're new. Go ahead and type your question there in the chat. I do select free questions. However, donations do come first. So if you've made a donation, then I am happy to bump you ahead and make you priority. If that's not something you want to do, you are certainly welcome to hang out and watch. But if you want to donate, again, no pressure, but it is in the description and my moderators share it as well. For the first hour, I will choose free questions in between donations. After the first hour, it will be donations only. So that is kind of how it works. Let's get going. I was trying to check my PayPal and talk at the same time. Not a good look for me. We've got, it looks like, well, I'm going to use the initials. Wait a minute. Let me look. Maybe I know. Maybe I know. It looks like, and I try to do them in order on PayPal. Jane J keeps a list for me as well, and I cross-reference, but it looks like we have one from, looks like two came in, and we have one, if I can find it, just saw it 2 seconds ago. Oh, man, where did it go? Oh, Vicky, hi, how are you? Vicky's Intuitive Tarot, how are you doing? All right, so I do see that Jane has them up for us. They did come in a little different order. They are, let me see. Why, I'm getting confused, so I'm just going to do it like here. Yes, if you donate, please write donated, and we will get going. So we've got Cancerian Queen. How are you? Thank you, thank you. And then we have got, where did it go? Jamie Lee, how are you? Let me check. And we've also got one more. We've got it from Anne. Let me just take a look. I got to make sure I'm matching names. It's sort of a, I don't know, whatever. It's kind of hard. It's like, this is the part I hate because I can't connect them. So Jane J is super helpful for me. Vicky too, all my moderators. Anyway, we have 3 donations to start off the day. We've got Cancerian Queen, we have Jamie Lee, and we have Ann Kristen. That is what we're going to be doing. So let me go ahead and bump up here and find Cancerian Queen's question. Yeah, Jane's got it right. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Joe Beth, hello, how are you? Isn't that an awesome deck? My mom gave me that. The only reason I mention it's from my mom is my mom has been doing tarot since 1989. She had a new age metaphysical shop for 10 years. I worked there all through college. And anyway, it is So she has a huge collection. I don't even know. She's probably got hundreds of decks, but she'll give me some sometimes. And that one was a super cool one from my mommy. Cancerian Queen, thank you for your donation. All right, let's see what your question is. I in Leo's mind currently? All right, let's find out. We're going to use the Steampunk Tarot. Steampunk. I love steampunk. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so Cancerian Queen. Is Cancerian Queen in Leo's mind right now? Is Leo thinking about Cancerian Queen? One more quick one. All right, so messy shuffler. Now let's see what we've got. So this is our energy. We want to see what the energy looks like about Leo thinking about Cancerian Queen. So let's see. Let us see. Oh, God, I'm hungry again today. I've been starving the last 2 days. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm getting ready to hibernate for winter. I don't know. Ooh, okay. 10 of Pentacles energy for the entire spread. So that will affect what we have here. 10 of Pentacles. This is the 10th. So this is the end of the journey. It goes ace to 10. And then, of course, we have our court cards and all that good stuff. But this is saying, like, I made it. So this is the energy of right now. This is a very generous kind of energy. This is sort of like a success energy, family, having it all together. So that's a good thing. What's going on? My dog is crying. Why are you crying? What happened? He's just crying for nothing there. He's literally sitting there. Nothing's wrong. All right, he stopped. So, sorry. Back to this. I got concerned because my dog was crying there. Okay. So 10 of Pentacles is going, this is again, success about these cards. We have the Lovers. What? Cancerian Queen, looking like somebody is thinking of you. We also have our Three of Cups, which is about social interactions. It's about, satisfaction in relationships. It's about celebrating and a new endeavor of the heart, and that's obviously a relationship. Yeah. So these both are telling me yes. And then you partner it up with our 10 of Pentacles energy, and that looks like a big yes there. However, we do have our Page of Pentacles. So while, yes, I do believe you are on the mind of Leo, I think because our page is here, we're seeing kind of slow movement. I don't know if this is a crush, if this is an ex, or what it is. But in any case, it does seem that you are on Leo's mind. This is the goal. This is the energy it's picking up on as the primary energy, success, family, money, all that great stuff. But we've got a little slow motion kind of action going on. Page of Pentacles. Pentacles are great. They're wonderful, but they're super slow. They like to be very smart about their movements, and they like to plan it out and things like that. So, look at this picture. You can even see it from that. It's like she's ready to step out, but she's like, all right, I'm going to pause here in the curtain and just make sure I know what I'm doing, right? So that's a little bit of a slower energy. So I'm not sure. This is Pentacles. So that is usually for love readings, I think of it a lot of times in terms of time. Time is part of Pentacles. So making that time, waiting for the right time, those kinds of things. All right, so we're going to do the cut card. This is the outcome energy. This is the strongest energy coming through. All right, we've got Emperor energy. Emperor is, he's a leader. He is somebody, he's even higher than the king, if you ask me, because he is, he's leading the land. Obviously the king has his country or whatever. Well, this is like the granddaddy of leaders, He is somebody who makes order out of chaos. He is somebody who fixes things and makes everything kind of come in together. This is something about, it does indicate, though, that you may need to be a little more forceful, to make things move. Maybe you need to introduce interject. Maybe you need to reach out. Maybe you need to say something. Maybe you need to apologize. Maybe you need to give the wave from across the room, whatever your status is right now. But yeah, So to answer the question, it does look like it. It does look like it. Things are moving slow, and I think you might need to insert yourself to make the order out of chaos, like the emperor. All right. Well, I hope that helped. All righty. So let us see what we've got. And thanks for the donation, Cancerian Queen. Let me pop down to the bottom so I can see if anybody's commenting. Guys, don't ever be offended if I don't greet you personally. I do see you. I review the chat after the show. But while I'm reading cards, I am super focused. So I really only check it like in between. And obviously, sometimes I'm checking the bottom for like feedback if I have questions or something. So, alrighty. So we have Jamie Lee up next, and then Ann Kristen. And let's see. Here you go. Thanks, Jamie. Hello, hello. How are you? Can I ask what Kenneth feels for me? VS. What versus what Aloy feels for me. I know I shouldn't, but I'm stuck between the two. Oh boy, I know how that is. Okay, so we're going to lay it out a little different. We're going to lay it out kind of in columns. And we're going to use Anna K because I feel like it. That's literally the only reason. So, hey, welcome, Shivani. Thanks for the subscription. I appreciate you. All right. So right now, this is a donation question. Donations do go first. You are welcome to make a donation and get yourself kind of up in line there. If not, no pressure, no worries. We can just, kind of gamble on our luck type of thing. Some shows I have like no donations. Other shows, it's the whole show. So it's kind of like luck of the draw. So right now we have Jamie Lee up and then Ann Kristen. And if I don't have any other donations, I will start selecting some random freebies. And of course, I will do that whenever we don't have donations. So, all right. So now I got to focus. So Kenneth and Aloy. Kenneth and Aloy. Kenneth and Aloy. Okay, there we are. Good shuffle. All right. So this is, I think I said this is Anna K. We're going to do columns. I'm laying them out the wrong way. There we go. So we want to do columns. This is Kenneth. This is Aloy. We need to see, and then you know what? We might need to pull a clarifier or something like that, but let's just see what we've got first, okay? So let's take a look at the top cards. We've got Kenneth and we've got Aloy. Interesting. We have court cards for both. We have our Knight of Pentacles here and we have our Page of Rods. Now the court cards typically represent kind of like a personality type. Not always, but a lot of times. So what this is talking to me about with Kenneth is, Kenneth's moving a little bit slower, but he's definitely a planner. This is a real strong energy about wanting, moving forward, wanting to move strongly forward. I always call it like the plow horse, digging their feet in the dirt, like let's move, but we're doing it very calculated. We're strong. Which is obviously a good thing. It's not so good when you're, impatient like me. I'm impatient, but, actually that is the better way to go. We've got this page over here. This is our Page of Rods, which is Wands. This is, wands are about fire, heat. So this personality over here, which is Aloy, now you might be able to confirm, if you're looking at each of them and thinking maybe this makes sense with what you know. If it's not like lining up with what you already know about these people, then this is what you might want to know. You see how the tarot pulls it in? Okay, so back to this. Page of Wands. Now, pages are a little bit immature. Immature does not mean childish. It can, but in this context, it means more immature, like in the beginning of something. Like I'm just learning how to get out there and do these things and not experienced. That's the word. It's inexperienced kind of energy. So being Wands, this is about fire. This is heat. This is somebody who has a really free spirit and just wants to jump in. So this is somebody who's more spontaneous, whereas this is somebody who's more reflective and thoughtful and purposeful. Does that make sense? So you know what? If you're not seeing that yet in these people, that's something you might want to look out for. All right, so what we've got here with our clarifiers for Kenneth and Aloy, we've got the death card. The death card kind of means the end of a chapter and starting a new one. So right now, and we'll put a final energy on both. But right now, what that's looking like is that, you know what, maybe it's the speed with which Kenneth works or operates, or maybe it's his reluctance to jump in and do things, or, you know, whatever. That looks like at some point that's going to make you say, yeah, no, I don't think so. You know, it might either get tiresome or, you know, stagnant or stuck, you know. Whereas over here, we've got our page here for Aloy, who is talking about wanting to jump in, wanting to do things, very more of a spontaneous thing. Not spontaneous in a crazy, like all of a sudden there's fires and your house blew up and everything's falling apart around you type of energy. This is a positive energy about being spontaneous, excited about trying new things. Now, partner that with our Ace of Rods. This is the Ace of Wands. New opportunity. Look at this girl. She's like, man, I am balancing on this rod. I am crossing over. I am super excited. It's bright sunshine. Everything's awesome. This right here, and both of them are rods. So this is heat, fire, and passion over here, and crawling over to the other side. So this is a new beginning. This is a new opportunity for good things. So I'm going, okay, so hasn't dated before. Yup. So there you go. That would be more of an immature energy. Again, not necessarily a bad thing, but inexperience. And there we go with this new opportunity. I think he's going to want to be really jumping in. Whereas you might see with Kenneth might be like, well, let's take our time and, you know, let's see how this plays out. And, you know, and sometimes that's a smart thing. I'm not trying to say it's not. But it looks like because we have our death card, that is not going to be as enticing for you. You might be like, all right, either we got to do it different or I'm not doing it at all type of thing, you know? Okay, so we need to get an outcome energy for both. So these, actually, I'm going to do the cut card. I'm going to cut it for an outcome. I'm going to put the bottom one there. I'm going to cut it again. And I'm going to pull the bottom one, okay? So let's see what we've got. So this is the outcome energy with both. Okay, 7 of Swords for Kenneth, King of Pentacles. All right, well, I'm going to tell you hands down, it's looking like Aloy is going to be the more positive choice for you. 7 of Swords as our outcome energy on Kenneth. This is kind of about feeling like something's been left behind. Something's being kind of, you know, and this could be your ideas about how you want a relationship to go. This could be like, you know, you're excited thinking this is going to go somewhere and it doesn't. Death card. You know, either way, it's like that's you jumping out the window being like, yeah, no, I got to move. And then over here, we've got our King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles, this is Pentacles. So it's not rods, which is fire, heat, passion, right? This is Pentacles, which is much more earthy. And we're talking about like the physical aspects of life. Our king here, he's very much focused on the big picture. Quite a difference from our page, right? So the page is going to get there. The page gets here. Comes like a king. And now we're not so much running out and being spontaneous. This is where we think about it. And we're like, okay, we need money. We need a house. We need stability. We need a good job, you know, whatever. And one more thing about our King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles loves to promote people. So what does that mean? That means promote you, not because you work for him, but because he's saying, wow, did you see how awesome Jamie Lee is? I mean, this is somebody who's going to be, you know, I don't want to be like kissing the ground you walk on. I want to be all that dramatic, but somebody who really is proud of you and is happy to show you off kind of thing. Ooh, Jamie. It looks like the tarot is suggesting this is the better choice for you. Now, of course, use your best judgment. Never make a decision. Don't go in and be like, sorry, Kenneth, the tarot said you're out of here. You know, keep it in your back pocket. Look and see what you think is the best choice. But I'm telling you, hands down, the energy is looking like Aloy is the better choice. Woo! Wow, that was really clear. That was super clear, Jamie. Well, thank you, honey. All right, we have Ann Kristen up next. It looks like we have a couple more donations. Thank you so much. Julie, how are you? I didn't see you pop in. Jacoby, thank you very much for your donation. And you too, Julie. And let's get going. We've got Ann Kristen, then we have Jacoby, and then we have Julie. Yes, Jamie, you're welcome. Oh yeah, use your best judgment, but yeah, that was super clear. All righty, and Kristen, thank you. You dropped that question right there, right when I was about to look. It's like we're on the same page. All right, thank you so much, Ann. I don't know if you go by Ann or Ann Kristen. I just always call you Ann Kristen, so let me know if that's not what you prefer. Okay. Will I develop the ability to do tarot card readings, spiritual, or will I develop any other spiritual abilities? And if so, what? Ooh, I love it. Okay, so we're going to use Everyday Witch. Okay, so will you develop the ability? Okay, this is for Ann Kristen. We need some kind of spiritual guidance about what Ann Kristen would be best suited in to help others spiritually. Is this tarot cards or is this something else? What can you tell us? Okay. Yeah, I love these questions. I love them all. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I get like chills. All right. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, coming from me, I'm not even looking at the cards. You can learn how to do tarot readings. There are obviously a couple factors that go into it. There is an assigned meaning for each card, so you do have to know those. And then obviously, getting used to it and finding out how the cards interact together. And then you also pull in your intuition and things like that. But it is achievable. And if you want to start doing tarot, what I would recommend is getting a Rider-Waite deck. That is, the Rider-Waite is right here. All right, hang on. Everybody knock everything over. You've seen it before. You know it. This is like the very traditional deck. I would learn them, get familiar with them, that kind of a thing. There are more things you can do, but I won't go into it right now. But start with that deck, and then you can take off from there. So, and you know what? If you end up getting into it or something, there's lots of cool stuff. I can recommend some learning things. But you should just jump in. I mean, it takes a little while, I think, but once you get into it, because it's a lot to memorize, a lot to know. There's a lot of cards. There's 78 cards. Okay, so let's look at this. 5 of Pentacles is our energy. The 5 of Pentacle energy is talking about friends, people sticking together. Right now, what this is saying to me is about you being an advisor of some kind. Now that's kind of broad. A lot of things could fit into that category, but this is talking about friends sticking together, friends getting assistance from others when they are feeling trapped, when they're feeling kept out. So, this could be about a lot of things. When, tarot, you get all kinds of questions. So, there's a million ways, well, not a million, but a lot of ways you could apply that as to how it makes sense. In some of the other spiritual disciplines, this could also be about feeling blocked, like your energy. There's all kinds of things like Reiki and all kinds of energy work stuff. So let's see what we pull in. But I am getting more of a service, like helping people who feel like they're trapped or blocked. So, I mean, and some of these things you have to have, some kinds of gifts for as well. Like people who are mediums, they have a gift. Like I'm not a medium. So, hey, where you might want to go to see a medium in action is the Tarot Magician. She's one of my moderators. She's an awesome tarot channel, and she pops in every now and then. But it's the Tarot Magician. She does medium readings, mediumship. Check it out if you're interested. Let's get back to this. So I'm thinking it's some kind of advisory kind of thing. Yes. Yes and yes. Yeah. So we're talking about advising people, about people who are feeling blocked or trapped. And I do believe that, you know what, this is going to be something that you are kind of helping convert people's thinking about things. And by that, what I mean is you got to bring them from a place wherever they're coming to you for. They're feeling blocked, they're feeling trapped, they're feeling kept out. Whether this is, say you're doing tarot, say this is a relationship question and somebody's not being let in. Say this is a work situation and they can't get a job, you know. So you see where I'm going. This is something that you'd be providing advice to make people feel like they have a brand new opportunity to love themselves again, to love life again, to feeling in connection with themselves again. You know, when we all of us, every single one of us, when we have stuff going on, a lot of times we kind of disconnect from ourselves, and we it's hard to recognize it when we're in it. But that's what your job would be. You know, to recognize when that tornado is starting for somebody. You know, why is that tornado starting? Because they're being kept out, right? Here's the tornado coming. Now, here's the Five of Wands. This is where you're having your talk therapy. This is where you're either reading cards, reading runes, you know, doing the I Ching. There's many more too. The different kinds of divination, you know, like the tarot. There's oracle cards. There's all kinds of things. So this is like, I think, where you're working through things with people directly. You know, astrology might fall into that category as well, but I feel like this what it's calling you to is more like talk therapy. You know, astrology can have, and I'm not an astrologist, so I don't want to claim to know things that I don't. But, you know, you're basing that off of facts based on your birth dates and based on what those signs mean and what houses mean. And, you know, so it's more of a formulaic kind of thing, at least in my experience. Whereas something like use tarot as an example. Here, we're talking right now. I'm telling you stuff right now. It's kind of like life coach. It's kind of like being a life coach and also with the tarot as the tool. Do you see what I mean? So again, super, super clear. Helping people when they're feeling trapped, feeling kept out, not being included, or whatever it is, whatever blockage they're having, helping them identify it, talking through it, either by reading the cards, giving advice, pulling in astrology. I didn't mean to say astrology can't be used in that manner, but I feel like this is a little bit more of a direct kind of talk therapy and getting people back in line with themselves, falling in love with themselves again, or their situation, or, you know, whatever that might be. Okay, my monitor went goofy. Hang on, I got to press it off and on because my monitor hates me. All right, now we're going to pull the cut card. This is the energy. This is not necessarily an outcome because it's not what the question is. It is, I want to see like a sum up energy. Okay, so this is our cut card, Page of Wands. Go get it, girl. Go get it. That's what it's saying. Go get it. This is the Page of Wands. Pages are always kind of like in an immature state, meaning this is the inexperienced person. This is somebody just getting started. This page is saying, where's my broom? Where's my little sack of my stuff or whatever he's got? And here we go. And look at the cat's even going ahead of him. He's like, come on, let's go. This is about let's go. So what I would recommend to you, do some research, read. You know, you can do this online. You don't need to go out and buy a library, a whole bunch of books. You know, you can do this online, and just kind of see what different disciplines are. I would focus your energy on something that works directly with people in some kind of talk therapy type of setting. You know, whether, and again, your tool that you're going to use to do that is whatever you want to decide. Look at the tarot. Look at runes. Like I was saying earlier, there's, what else? There's the I Ching. You can check out, I can't even think right now because I'm trying to, Oracle. I think I said all of those, but there's all kinds of stuff you can use. People can do stuff with playing cards, you know, so look it up. You don't have to do cards, but there are forms of divination then, which will spark your intuition, might open up one of those gifts. And maybe, you know, that's where you can pursue like mediumship and stuff like that. If you know, you got to start somewhere. And once you open the door a crack with your spiritual gifts, that's when more start flooding in. And only you are going to know, because you know yourself, you know what you're getting. This is not something like turning on a TV. Like all of a sudden you have, you're hearing things or seeing the future. I mean, that's not how it goes. You got to kind of develop it, and you got to start somewhere. So my recommendation is to start researching, see what makes the most sense to you. And if it's about doing something like this, jump in and do it. You don't wait until you have everything perfect. When I first started doing tarot online, it was mostly because I enjoyed doing the readings and I wanted to just get practice. So I did it on Instagram, and I typed it all out. Yes, and I think that you should blah, 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 blah. And once I felt comfortable doing that, then I got on a channel here. So, and then it's taken off. I have so much fun. I love you guys. It's like I really feel like I've got something here, I've built something. And that's what you can do too. That's what you can do too, Anne. And Kristen, whichever. Thank you, honey. Good luck. The simple fact that you're interested in it tells me that you will be successful. That it does. Just simple fact that you're thinking about it. All right, Jacoby. Yes, do a little research, honey. You'll figure out. It'll speak to you. It'll speak to you. Don't rush it either, because that's when we start saying okay, and then we end up spending $1,000 on buying cards and runes, and we're buying all this stuff, and then all of a sudden we're like, nah, we don't like any of it. Go a little slower. All right, so we have got Jacoby up next, and then we have Julie, and it looks like we have beautiful Aries and Fully Little Piggy. Fully Little Piggy, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. All right, my monitor's going wacko. Hold on, I have to turn it off and on, and then it's fine. It goes like static, and then I look at my hands, so I'm not looking and I don't notice. And it doesn't affect your visual experience, but it does affect mine. All right, Jacoby, let's get your question. Aw, thank you. I do. I love you guys. It is so much fun, and I care about what happens to you. And you guys bring such positive energy to the chat. You really do. All right, let me find your question, Jacoby. I hope I'm saying your name right. And here you are saying, can I ask a question? Yes, indeedy do. Here we go. I found it. Hi, ma'am. Hello. I'm manifesting about a famous idol. I want him to be my soulmate. Will it work? Okay. Manifestation is like my big thing. I love law of attraction. I can't even say it enough to you guys. How much I do say it a lot, don't I? I say it all the time. But anyway, let's get going. Now we're going to use the Modern Spellcasters Tarot. Now, let's see with Jacoby. Is this manifestation that Jacoby's working on going to work? We're looking at a famous person wanting to create a soulmate connection. Soulmate connection. Is this going to work? Is Jacoby's manifestation of a soulmate connection going to work? I'll tell you what, in my 30s, I'm 51 now. In my 30s, that's when The Matrix came out. I don't know if you guys are familiar. I'm sure it's very popular, so I'm sure you are. Keanu Reeves. And I was like in love with Keanu Reeves. And I watched The Matrix constantly. I mean, I was like, ah. And I was trying to manifest a connection there too. And I haven't met Keanu Reeves. And I'll tell you why it didn't work for me. I don't know if it would have worked in the end, but I got interested in something else and totally changed gears. So, manifestation works. And that's the thing that's hard about manifestation is being human beings. We are very lacking in patience. Manifestation takes time. All right. So we have 7 of Cups energy for the whole spread. 7 of Cups is about making choices. It's about not seeing which way to go. Now, I realize by your question, you have a method. I mean, you're trying to manifest something. We do this with our thoughts, everybody. And obviously, you're very consciously directing those thoughts. But I can tell by the fact you asked the question, you are a little bit confused, wondering if it's going to work, for one. But for two, you're wondering too, is this person even getting the message, which I guess would be included in whether or not it works. But meaning, what message are they getting? Are they getting any message? Look at all the messages out there. Look at that. So we want to see if it's cutting through. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So got choices. We got a little confusion going on. This could just be picking up on your energy. That is the strongest energy around the question. And when we pop off here, we got the Lovers, our first one in the spread. Now, obviously, you're feeling very connected to this person. This is a soulmate kind of love. The Lovers that's what it's all about. And so, that's, again, picking up on where you're feeling it. Now, is this manifestation working? We have our Nine of Wands here. This talks about not giving up. This talks about continuing to manifest this. And we do this with our thoughts. Now, one thing, and you might obviously, you must know the law of attraction or you wouldn't even be saying this. But one thing we have to remember, when things are not showing up, we have to not be thinking about how they're not here. Because then what are we bringing more of? More not here, right? So this is saying not to give up. This is saying continually be thinking about what it is that you're doing, what your thoughts are about manifest. Don't think about not having it. Think about having it. Think about feeling how it's going to feel. You guys need to, I do this all the time. You are into law of attraction. So you need to look at this book. Hold on. Okay. So that's the one to get you on track. And then you got to get this one. Same people. The Amazing Power of Deliberate Intent. There's also another one, about allowing, the art of living, the art of allowing. Oh, this is it. Never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. This is how you allow it to happen. We can talk about it. We can think about it. We can try to manifest things, but we got to allow it at the same time. So my friend, I would say, look up The Amazing Power of Deliberate Intent by Esther and Jerry Hicks. This is my personal recommendation. They are not paying me to recommend their stuff. It's very important. If you're into the law of attraction, there are more steps than, there's that movie, The Secret, which is phenomenal, awesome. But there are many more steps that are not included in The Secret. The Secret is more like a primer. It's like the intro. And you got to do the rest of the work. So I would look at that. And that's just my advice. But back to this. So that's what I think this means. Not giving up. It does take time. Here, we have our Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, guess what? The Queen of Cups is known as the best spouse. She's also kind of moody, though. So she gets a little bit upset. Now, we got to keep those emotions out of there when we're trying to manifest things. So, that as, again, it's really pointing to me to saying, this waiting and not getting all distracted. You don't want to screw up the manifestation by putting in the wrong thoughts, right? So it looks pretty much like advice for you rather than an answer. So let's do another one. We want to know, we want this, right? That's what you're feeling. So we want to know, is this, let's get a clarifier. What's the deal? Is this person or you? Okay. That's you. That's you. You're being kept out right now. Here's our Five of Pentacles. So you are being shut out. This is what you want. You don't want to block that with your thoughts. You don't want to reverse the manifestation. You want to keep doing it and not let your emotions get in the way. So right now, that is you. So let's do the cut card. Oh, my monitor, man, I'm going to throw this stupid thing in the garbage in like 2 seconds. I'll be winging it with no monitor, but then I wouldn't be able to read your questions. So I guess I can't. All right, it's back. So we're going to do the cut card. We want to know, is this even going to happen? Will it work? We've got our Seven of Pentacles talking about patience again. This is about patience. Oh my God, it's coming up so much. I can't even believe it. Okay, so Seven of Pentacles is about having doubts and concerns. This is all advice for you of how to manifest this. You know what? There's our getting confused. Your thoughts. You need to get your thoughts in order, hon. I think you're doing it. I'm not trying to be critical. Obviously, I'm not in your head. I don't know what you're doing. But, this is, now, Flea Little Piggy, I just saw you manifest with water. How interesting. I don't know how to do that. I've never even heard. I'm so much, into the thoughts. That's where I am. So I never even looked up if there's another way. Interesting, Flea Little Piggy. So look into that, Jacoby. So again, though, we are getting patience, that it just keeps popping up. So yeah, it looks like there is still more work to be done. We're not getting a result yet. And this is encouraging you to be patient and continue to work on it. Do not let your emotions throw you off the track. Part of the manifestation is consistency, meaning, you know what? You have a desire, you put it out there, and then you don't worry about the how. You just assume it's going to happen. Because if you worry about the how, you're like, oh man, then I got to fly out to California and I got to do this. And how am I going to get to California? No, don't do that. Just imagine it happening. And the universe will take care of the how. All right. Flea Little Peggy, you look like you're getting some comments now. You need to explain. I'm curious too. I'm going to keep reading cards though, and I will check the chat after probably because I don't want to, sorry, my monitor's goofy. I don't want to not get to some of these donation questions, so I do need to move on, but I'm interested to see too, Flea Little Piggy. All right. Thank you so much, honey. I hope that helps. Gave me a smile. Aw. Good. Keep it up. All right. Julie. How are you, Julie? All right. Thank you. Oh, all right. Woo. Okay. Julie, thanks for your donation. And let's see what your question is. What's coming into my love life in the near future? I'm getting tired of my situation with Mike and wondering if anyone new is coming in. Ooh. Oh, and now you're saying you want to change your question. Okay. All right. Go ahead. That worked out perfect timing. All I have to say to you, Julie, is what about Luis? Luis was standing in the background with his cups going, hey, man, I got cups. Don't forget to look at me. Remember that card? Remember? Unless he's already gone or you just don't like Luis. Don't force it. Oh, and Jacoby, you didn't see the book name. It is called The Amazing Power of Deliberate Intent. And it is by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And the first book, which gives you like a really great basis for the law of attraction and things. And there is stuff about manifesting, obviously. It's called Ask and It Is Given. And they're both by Esther and Jerry Hicks. So yeah, check it out. They've got a ton. I have all of them. Not right here at the desk. So you're like, oh, thank God she's not going to show me the entire library. Check it out, though. Love it. All right. Ooh. Luis is not over. We don't talk anymore. Aw, wah, wah. That was him with the cups, remember? All right. So Mike just messaged and wants to hang out on Friday. What is happening? What's happening here? Okay. Why is all the back and forth? Yes. What is going on? Okay. Page of Cups, dude. You're not making this easy on us, are you? Oh my God, I swear to God, my monitor. You're going to have to bear with me today, guys. Apparently my monitor is about to crap out, which is good because my dad just bought me a new one for my birthday. Or for Christmas, not my birthday. It's coming Wednesday. He gave it to me early. All right, so what is up, Mike? What is going on? I'm telling you, Julie, it's not about not having feelings for you. It has something to do with Mike and his deal with whether it's in his head or his attitude or his work. It is something. And it's up to you now to decide, you know what? Do I want that or not? If he's not going to step up and change it, you know what I mean? Like you said in that first question before you changed it, you're kind of getting tired of it. So let's see what we can get about Mike. Mike wants to hang out on Friday. What is going on with the back and forth? What is going on with the back and forth? Yeah, I don't blame you for being confused. Flea Little Piggy, I haven't been able to look at what you're saying, but it certainly looks like you are impressing people. I can't wait to read everything you wrote. I'm very curious. Okay. I've been studying the law of attraction since for 16 years, 2004. Okay. All right. Ready, Julie? Let's see what we got. King of Swords. King of Swords. The King of Swords. Now he's the king, so he looks at the big picture. I got to see what these are, of course. But what I'm thinking right off the top of my head, just by looking at the card, this is somebody now. Mike has kind of pulled back, and it pulled back not from you. I mean, pulled back and risen above to say, let me take a look at the big picture here. So I don't mean pulled back from you. I mean, I'm rising up to kind of take an aerial view of where my life is, that kind of a thing. The King of Swords is also pretty emotionally detached. He pulls his emotions back because he's trying to plan. That, we have to see what these are. But what comes to mind is that might be where the back and forth is. Maybe he just wasn't on top of where he wants things to go, or the logistics of life, and he just wanted to see it play out and see. I mean, I don't know, but let's see what these are and we'll get a better idea. What is up with Mr. Man? You got a couple. You've got a couple. You've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. This is the no-nonsense couple. They're the ones who tell it like it is and make it happen. This queen especially is very much a micromanager, meaning I'm going to get in there and I'm going to fix this, or I'm going to change this, or I'm going to make it happen, and I'm going to tell you how to do it to make it right. This talks about getting that confidence and really, having a talk. I think you guys are going to have a talk. I wonder. Maybe not. I mean, don't go into it thinking, oh my God, we're having this big talk, because I don't know that. I'm just wondering, because it's the queen and the king both. Typically, court cards represent personalities, not always, but sometimes. And this, I'm saying Mike's energy is pulling in strong, because that's the energy card. So Mike's energy is pulling in strong. Let me rise up, see the big picture, pull my emotions back, decide where I'm going. Here's Julie. Julie's saying, you know what? I'm not putting up with this shit anymore, right? You're not going to say those words, but this is, what? You're probably going to be coming off having a different vibe. We have vibrations and people pick up on it, and it sounds kind of like 1970s, man. It's not my vibe, dude. I mean, it's not like that, but there is a vibe, and you might be emitting that new energy of, all right, I'm getting sick of this, or I'm getting tired of this, or I have other things to do. And maybe Mike picked up on it. Even at an unconscious level, we are like radio towers. We are all absorbing and emitting energy all the time. All right. You guys, I have another book for you. Hang on, Julie, just a second. All right. Now, this is a bit of a chunky lot to read. So, but I have great news, because it's also a movie. Look it up. It's a movie. Book is a little much, it's a little bit oversaturating you with facts. It's about physics, but it's not like a scientific manual. There's a lot of scientific mumbo jumbo in there, but it's called What the Bleep Do We Know? And you can just type it in. What the bleep do we know? I bet you can either find it on YouTube, and they also have a website where it is free to watch. It's like an hour or something. It's really good. It talks about how our energy is, like I just described, like that radio tower, and it gives you some physics behind it to show you that this is a law, just like gravity. The law of attraction is a law of the universe. So look it up. I can't say it enough, and I hope this is helpful and you can get freebie stuff. I'm just whipping stuff off my bookcase today, aren't I? Again, I don't work for them. They don't pay me for that. I'm just literally giving you my recommendations. Okay, so enough of me freaking out about that. But Julie, you might be interested in that, just to kind of see what I'm talking about emitting that vibe and Mike picking up on it. Oh my God, my monitor. I'm going to karate chop this monitor across the room. All right, so what have we got now? We've got the sun and we've got strength. We have court cards and majors. This is strong. Maybe this is that pivotal moment. The sun implies that things are happy. This means optimism and hope. So it looks like, you know, when I said that maybe something is going to be happening, maybe there's a conversation coming this visit. You know, perhaps that's what's coming. The sun implies, though, that the optimism is there, the hope is there. So it looks like a positive conversation. And then here we've got our strength card, and strength is, as the name implies, like we got to be strong, you know, that's it. I mean, that makes a lot of sense just in the name. But what the strength card is saying, strength is about overcoming obstacles and still persevering, still moving forward. This talks about, you know, being a strong, trusted type of person. This is also saying, though, don't waste time trying to get others to see things your way. Queen of Swords says that, and so does strength. So that means to me, this is for you, Julie, standing firm on what you believe, and it just is what it is, instead of trying to explain it like, well, this is what I want, and these are all the reasons why this is a good idea, and this is the reason why I think this, and this is the no, this is what I think, and done. You know, instead of just blah, 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 about why, you know, especially with men, and I'm sure any men here on the show, maybe you can confirm, but, you know, men think differently than women. Men are more likely, like, get to the point, and they want to try to evaluate what you're saying to see what their response is or to see what they can do. Whereas women are like, blah, 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 and we're thinking about everything at once. Oh, I got to give you guys another recommendation. Today is recommendation day, apparently. This is funny. This is a comedian. Let me see. Men, women, brains. It's a video, and I don't know who this dude is. It's called Men's Brains versus Women's Brains. It's entertaining. It's funny. I am going to put this. There's an extended one, but this one is a short one. It's I don't even know, like 5 minutes long. And it is a comedy skit by this dude who does life coaching or something. And here, I'm going to put it right in the chat. It's from YouTube, so nothing weird. If you're interested, it is funny, but it really shows us how women think versus how men think. And that's why it's inspired that book, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus, or whatever that famous book is. Check it out. There it is. It's in there. It's short. And if you want the longer version, I'm sure you'll find it funny, but it's so true. Wow, it's recommendation day today, isn't it? Woo! All right, guys. Well, good luck, Julie. I think a conversation is coming. Don't go into it nervous or afraid, because you know what? Don't set it up. Don't manifest the conversation. Let it flow. Let it flow. Unless you're wanting this, you know. Ooh, Julie. Good luck. All right. So we have got beautiful Aries up next. You are so welcome, Julie. And you know what? I'm recommending these things because they really speak to me. Everybody's different, though, and what speaks to me may not speak to you. Or, you know, I've also found that over time, books I read before, you know, were like, that didn't really help me. And then years later, I pick it back up, and it's like the most awesome book I ever read. You know, so sometimes it's timing. You know, when you're ready, the teacher will come. All right. All right. So anyway. We've got beautiful Aries, then we have Flea Little Piggy, and we have, it looks like, Taya and Michelle. Thank you so much, guys. Talia. I think I said it wrong. Alrighty, so we've got beautiful Aries. All right. Does my boyfriend love or have feelings for his friend? Should I be worried about her? I don't feel like I should, but I will admit I feel a little insecure at times. Totally get it. All right, so we're going to use the Witch's Tarot. I've had a similar situation, and it did end up being okay, but I did end up having to say something to express how uncomfortable it was making me. But once I expressed those feelings, it did stop. So Communication is the best way to try to get, a hold of that. All right, so boyfriend. The boyfriend feeling anything for the friend. Should beautiful Aries be worried about this friend? Is there something more happening with the friend from beautiful Aries boyfriend? Okay, beautiful Aries. Okay. Ooh, that was a good shuffle. Okay, so what's going on with our friend here? Yeah, I'm full of recommendations today, aren't I? Shush. All right, so let's find out. King of Cups. All right, so this looks good. This is good energy for this question and the spread. King of Cups, it's all about love with the King of Cups, right? The cups are love and emotion, and he is the king after all. However, our King of Cups here, this is somebody who kind of pulls back and watches this. When I say emotions, that's not just romance. That's caring, that's having empathy, that's having friendships, things like that. So it doesn't have to be love. So don't panic. It's not about it doesn't have to be about being in love with somebody. The point that is standing out to me about this card for the question is that he pulls back and kind of just watches. It's not, that implies to me that no, nothing's happened. So let's just see what we've got here. No, I do not think so. I do not think so. We've got our King of Cups energy. That's that pullback, love, empathy, great person, but pulling back, watching. Now we've got our Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who likes to plan things, but doesn't like to actually follow through on them. Things that don't work out. Now this is a friend. I'm assuming, well, you said her. So this is a female friend. Lots of people can be friends with the opposite sex. So I'm not trying to blanket say this, but in my experience, one person is always more interested than the other in terms of making something happen. That doesn't mean it's going to, or they're going to act on it, but I feel like one person's interested. That's been my experience. However, with what our queen is saying, the queen is saying, I'm thinking about it, but I'm not going to act on it. See, that's what I do believe him, but she was trying to make it more bump, 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 bump. That's her then, the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is, she's the queen. She's nice. She's wonderful, good person, all that great stuff. But she does care more about her pentacles. She cares more about what's going on in her life. She does not follow through on things. She plans them. She loves her money. She stares at her pentacle all day. And she doesn't want to do anything. She'll plan it. She'll try to manage it maybe, but she doesn't do it. You see? So if she's wanting him, if this is him and this is her, which is where I'm going with this, his energy is, I'm loving and wonderful and I'm a great person, but I'm pulled back. I'm not looking at friend, right? Queen of Pentacles is saying, I'm looking in my day-to-day life. This isn't love. This isn't cups. And I like to start things and plan them, but I never like to follow through. And I'm pretty much selfish and want to think about myself. There you go. So I asked, does he have feelings for her? And we've got the Hermit. The Hermit says no. The Hermit and the friend are like, yeah, no, I think not. So this right here is telling me another no. Okay. So then we have our Fool. The Fool is talking about, making, hasty choices. A lot of times it's a new beginning card, but it's also saying like, look before you leap. You don't want to jump in. I think he's oblivious to the feelings, but I think there was a start, like I want to start something, I'm going to do something, but then I'm not going to follow through. He's alone. He's not going to make a hasty choice. A hasty choice, clearly, even in a night of passion, jumping in, he'd wreck it with you, wouldn't he? So he's very much knows not to make a hasty choice. So right now, I would say this is a great reading so that you should feel pretty, little bit more secure about it. Again, these are tarot cards. You do have to, rely on your own intuition and your own brain, but the energy read as of this moment is looking pretty good. She might have had feelings, but I don't think anymore. I think it's died down because we got the Queen of Pentacles. She doesn't follow through. Okay, so cut card energy is our outcome energy. And yeah, hanged man. This is about looking at things from a different perspective. This is about, looking at things, and like you, for example, looking at it with this nervousness or anxiety or whatever, you can look at it in a different way. And if it's bothering you, even if your boyfriend is like, I don't want her, so what difference does it make? If it makes you uncomfortable, though, I mean, it's kind of hard, because how do you do that? You're like, you can't have this particular friend. You can't really say that, but you can say, I need to tell you this because it's really upsetting me, and you're my partner, and I want to work through this, and I need your help. Put it in a way like that instead of going, what's going on? Or you need to tell me because I'm upset. You got to say it in a way that you can get some advice in terms of being on an equal playing field, that kind of a thing. And you're seeking advice, not being accusatory, not being confrontational. It's like you're going saying, please help me, that kind of a thing. And you flat out said, I don't like it. Well, good. Try like I said, though. Do a little, hey, I know you said it's not a problem and you know how I feel about it, but, can you help me work through this, or something like that, I don't know. That sounds, could be. Beautiful, Aries. Good luck, honey. I hate that. I've been in the same situation, but I'm not kidding. When I talked about it, you're not quiet about it. Okay, so then you know what? You rewind. Now, next time it seems appropriate, don't just be blah, blah, blah all the time, but next time it seems appropriate, say, hey, can you help me with this? All right. So we have Flea Little Piggy, then we have Talia, and then we have Michelle. Looks like we also have Rose D and Rosa Anna. I think I might have gotten things a little out of order, it looks like. All right, well, let me fix that. Jane J has them in order. My PayPal comes in a little different sometimes. It's slower than the chat. So that's why I like it when you guys write it for me. All right, so let me get back. Okay. All right, so Flea Little Piggy, why don't you write your question if you haven't already? We're going to do, we've got Rosa Anna and Rose D. We got two roses. Wow. Beautiful name. And I love the smell of rose. It reminds me of my mom. All right, so Rosa Anna. Okay. I'm writing. Thanks, guys. All right, so Flea Little Piggy, let me find your question. I am hungry. Yes, Bob Proctor. Good thinking. He's a good one. I have a bunch of those. Wayne Dyer, I can pull a whole bunch in here for you. Some are more spiritual than others, depending on what your deal is, If you want more recommendations, trust me, I got them. All right. I also walk around. So this must be part 2 of this question. Oh, this is your manifestation talk. Okay, I haven't read it yet, so I do want to see what you wrote, but not right this second, because I got to do the show. Flea Little Piggy, I'm not seeing it. Oh, you got it at the bottom. Thank you, dear. What things truly will bring joy into my life, or what can I do to feel more joy? Okay, you're doing some self-discovery. Okay, so what would be a good self-discovery deck? Oh, let's do Tarot in Wonderland. Okay, what things will truly bring joy into Flea Little Piggy's life? How can Flea Little Piggy feel more joy in life? Need some joy in life for Flea Little Piggy. All right. There's our energy. This is our spread. Okay, and up next we have Talia, Michelle, Rose D, and Rosa Anna. Okay, so here's our energy. Ooh, okay, so 6 of Wands energy. This is really nice because this energy it says a lot about how the energy about the question. I guess I'm repeating myself. The Six of Wands, this is all about having victory. This is about being recognized. Well, being recognized, who's going to recognize you? Yourself. You're going to feel good. You are feeling good. Victory, 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 victory. And it's specifically to you. So let's see what we've got for victory in here. What can you do to get more joy? Okay, you've got two queens. Ooh, you got two queens. You got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Now, oftentimes, court cards are personality types, but not always. Sometimes they are situational. So to feel more joy, I'm going to say this is you, because the Queen of Wands, that's the one who has it all together. She's the one who, really tells it like it is, or not tells it like it is. That's her. She's the one who really everybody's drawn to. She's very smart. She makes things happen. She's capable of like running a business and, running around with the kids and running for political office all at the same time, because she can do it all. She's number one. We all want to be her. Our Queen of Swords, though, this is advice to you. The Queen of Swords says in order to get to the Queen of Wands, you need to be the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords tells it like it is, and you need to be able to, now I don't know if you have people in your life that are like toxic energy type of stuff, or like those energy vampires, that are just sucking you dry. You need to get tough with your parameters as to what energy you allow around you. Now, obviously, a family member or something, you can't be like, hey, man, screw you, you have bad energy. You can't do that, obviously, but you can put up your own boundaries against that, and I'm not saying you got to go do some magic spell or pray under the moon. There's probably some kind of cool thing you can do like that. But what I'm saying is not quite as big as that. It's about saying, what am I allowing? I mean, what makes, like, say you got somebody who yappity yaps and just sucks the energy out of you because they're always talking about their problems. Well, you can set boundaries. Doesn't mean you have to tell that person, I hate you, get out of here. No. But it means you have to say, all right, now what can I do to pull back from this person? Or what can I say to make this person change? Or, do you see what I'm saying? That I'm not going into huge detail, but I hope you get what I mean. We also have our Four of Cups. This is also talking about looking around for what you already have. There is something there that is probably going to be bringing you joy. This is about emotional satisfaction. This is Cups. This little guy is crying over these cups here because they're empty and in the ocean. And now what am I going to do? And well, look there. The dolphin has one right there. So this is about not seeing something that's right there, something that is right there. So there is something. Now, whether or not this is a physical thing or an idea to think about what to do, things like that, it's going to come to you. You need to be calm. You need to let it come to you if it's an idea, or you need to just take a second look. Second look at things. Now, this is telling me again, something's right there and you will be victorious about this. This is not something that looks like it's a hard thing for you. I know you are a powerful manifester yourself. So I'm sure all of this makes a lot of sense to you. You're the Queen of Wands, but you need to get Queen of Swordsy with yourself about whatever this is. So let's see. We got to pull out another one. This is a sum up energy. Sum it up. The moon. Okay, and this talks about using your intuition. This talks about using your intuition and knowing about the cycles of life and feeling like that. Now, I don't know if you're interested in any of like the Wicca stuff or the moon energy type stuff. This isn't saying that's what you should look into per se, but this is what it made me think of. So, the moon is something that also talks about not seeing things, not seeing where you're going and still being able to kind of walk forward without fear. It talks about not giving in to like the easy way out, things like that. So this sounds like, that things are coming around. This is something you need to be gentle with yourself about and allow this to emerge. Does that make sense? Allow it to emerge. There's something already there. All right, so give me one more. We just want one more. Give me something else. We want a little bit more on this, please. Yeah, and it's about starting out. You got to look what's already there. You got to see what's already there, and then you need to take it and run with it and see where it goes. You got to get rid of any fears you have. You need to be Queen of Swords with yourself and tell yourself, you know, knock it off. No fears. We're going to plan. We're just waiting on you. And you need to look around because there's something there. There's something there. Again, something you can actually tangible know what it is, or an idea that you have not thought of yet, or at least you haven't recognized it yet. Yeah. You're doing spell work. Okay. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I don't do spell work myself, other than, of course, you know, smudging and moonlight water and stuff like that. That's real basic. But, you know, it sounds like, you know, and I just meant you didn't have to be as advanced as that, which clearly you are. But yeah. I mean, this is all about looking around. You got something there, little piggy. Something is there. All right, friend. Oh, God, I'm just having a bad technology day. I'm bumping everything. My monitor's going nuts. So, all right. All right, Talia, how are you? Oh, you're welcome, Flea Little Piggy. Thank you. All right, Talia. Okay, I see this one, but I think that's part 2 of your, let me find your part 1. I do not see it. I'm starving. Okay, so let me see. Talia. We still communicate. He told me he can't forget me. Okay, that's probably part 2. I don't see part 1. I'm looking. Here we go. All right. You still communicate, and he says he can't forget you. And the question is, will you reconcile? Okay, so you are communicating, and he says he wants to be with you. Okay, so let me see. What deck do I want to use? Wait, let me find part 2. Yeah, we still communicating until we can't forget. Okay. So we're going to use Druidcraft. We're going to see what's going on with the X. All right, Talia, thank you so much for your donation. Now, whether or not you're going to reconcile with your ex soon, okay, you guys are still talking, and he says he can't forget you. Clearly, he's, yeah, I don't know. Are you wanting to get back together? I'm assuming. I don't want to assume, but I did assume. But you're talking, and he can't get over you. And let me go to the bottom. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get it out of order? Oh, I'm so sorry, Rose D. I didn't mean to. That was my fault. Okay. I'll get it right after, honey. I'm sorry. So we're going to do Rose D next, and then we're going to do Michelle. Then we're going to do Rosa Anna and Amira. Hello. Welcome, and thank you for your donation. Okay, so what we've got now is we've got, well, obviously right now we're doing Talia, and then we're going to do Rose D, Michelle, Rosa Anna, and Amira. Sorry about that, Rose D. I didn't know I had it out of order. Hey, Twinkle, thank you for your subscription. I'm glad you found the channel. All right, well, let's find out about Talia's ex. Talia X. Now you're talking. He said he's never going to forget you. Are you going to reconcile? Okay. So let's see what we've got. Let us see what we can see. All right. So this is our energy. All right. We have 8 of Pentacles energy. The 8 of Pentacles is all about hard work. It's about paying attention to details. Now, you guys are exes, so, you know, I'm sure that, well, obviously you broke up for a reason. Something happened, whatever. But there's been a lot of things that went into this. I don't know how long your relationship was. I don't know if you have children. I don't know if this is, you know, I don't know where you are. But it doesn't matter, because what this is saying is you've gotten a lot of things kind of under your belt. You know a lot about each other. You know those details about each other. and it looks like you were both engaged in that. And I don't mean engaged to be married. I meant engaged like you're both actively a part of the relationship. Okay, so let's see how that pulls in. We need to see how that energy affects the rest of our spread. Okay. Why is this so crooked? Because it wants to make me irritated. There we go. There we go. That's better. All right. So we have our Princess of Pentacles. The princess is the page, and the page of Pentacles talks about, sometimes there are upcoming challenges, but this is kind of a card that indicates we're able to manifest things. We're back to the manifestation, creating things, making things happen. Right now, this is a very immature energy. So immature, not meaning childish, but meaning early in the development stage. So this is something, now I know you know each other, you've been together, whatever, but it is saying that, this newfound chapter is kind of in that beginning stage. Okay. So this would be like another chapter of your book, which you have written, paying attention to the details, right? Here's the Three of Wands, which tells me there is a new opportunity to start a journey, to look out there and see where we're going to go. We've got the field wide open, and now we're going to go, and now we're just trying to decide what we're going to do. We want to get out there. We want to do something together. This is telling me it looks like a reconciliation is on the horizon. We also have our Justice card. Justice talks about, obviously, as you would imagine, fairness. It talks about things being in balance. Justice, getting things in balance is especially important since it sounds like you had a breakup, so this talks about, fairness. This talks about being like impartial. So dropping whatever position you might have had. You guys might have already made up about this. It might not even be an issue anymore, but it is talking about persisting and making sure that you're being impartial. So not letting those old hurts or that old baggage pop up in order to be successful. We need to see a little more, though. I don't have any cups. Cups is love. So I want to see what else we got. This looks like, yes, things are moving, but it looks a little bit more like transactional right at this point. I want to see feelings. So well, let's take a look at our outcome. Again, are you going to reconcile is the question. All right, so we've got our Three of Swords. So that doesn't look too good, right? But it is not so bad after all. It is the death of something. It means something that was important to you, a thought, an idea, has come to an end. This is, something greatly held. So, you guys had your issues. These are thoughts and ideas. So being broken up was part of your thoughts. We need another clarifier, though, because to me, what this means, it is a change in your direction, meaning singlehood to coupledom, and it's the death of singlehood. But let's get a clarifier to make sure I'm right on that, because that one's a little tricky. King of Cups. Yeah. So that means we want the singleness to go away. And then we've got our King of Cups to clarify it, saying, you know what, there are feelings there. We're ready to move, but we're waiting for somebody else to make the first move or to make the field wide open so we know we can come in. Yeah. So, yes. So that's looking good. Now, we're going to do one more throwdown because I see what this means. I do feel confident, but I do want one more throwdown just to drive the message home. I guess that's the way to put it. Queen of Swords. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. You need to set up ground rules for your relationship. That doesn't mean you have to map it out like a manual, like for your TV. You don't have to do that. But you do need to set the ground rules because, you know what, it's all fun and games when you're just friends talking about the past or talking about maybe getting together. But once you really decide to do it, which is the Justice card, the decision, you do need to make sure to kind of set the ground rules, meaning, we're not going to have repeat issues of the same problem. This is the death of the singlehood. This is him waiting to see what's going on and watching for an opening. This is you making that managing the process by saying what you need, what you want, what you'll accept, what you won't accept. Yeah, very much. Ooh, I hope you want to get back together. If you do, it looks very possible, but I do think he's waiting on you to see what you're going to do next. I do. Or to see that you want this. You know what I mean? All right. Well, thank you, hon. All right. So we've got Rose D. Rose D, I'm so sorry I got it out of order. Hope you will forgive me. Let me find your question. We've got Rose D, and then we've got Michelle, Rosa Anna, and then Amira. And it looks like we have a couple more. I will catch back up in a second. So yeah, we've got Rose D. Let me find your question, hon. If you have not written it, go ahead and type it for me in the bottom, and I will scroll and see where it might be. Rose D. Oh, that's Rosanna. Okay, I'm going to do yours next. Or Michelle, and then Rosanna, yeah. And then I'm looking for Rose D. Here it is. I found it. Yay, me. All right, so I made a donation. Thank you, thank you. Can you tell me if I should walk away from Capricorn? Ooh, okay. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, I do see we've also got Batty Lex, and we have Koban for Max. How are you? I haven't seen you in a bit. How are you doing? I think those are in order. I will check in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Batty Lex. Let me write your names down so I don't get confused, but I don't want to go out of order again because I screwed it up already once. So let's just write it down. Right. So Rose, we're going to use which deck? We're going to see. Are you going to walk away from Capricorn? Let's use the Light Seers. We're going to use the Light Seers Tarot. Yes, you did, Batty Legs. You made it. Well, it starts at 12, which is an hour and 20 minutes ago. And I go, if there are no donations, I do freebies the whole hour and then I end. When there are donations, I stick around, obviously, like we're doing today. But I have discovered, I have to cut it at a certain point because of my energy level and my voice and my brain. Because if you look on my channel, you'll see some of my shows are like 3 hours, 4 hours and stuff, and it just kicks my ass. So I can't do that anymore. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know. We're going to accept donations for another 8 minutes. In 8 minutes, I am shutting down donations. It's 11:22 in California. Oh my God, I'm so jealous of you. I'm in Illinois. The land of corn. And it is 1:22. All right. Hey, Lila. How are you? Jaded Kate, how you doing? All right. So, Capricorn. I couldn't think what sign was. Capricorn. All right. Should Rose D walk away from Capricorn? Okay. So, should you do this? Let me see what this energy is. I have a feeling we're going to need a throwdown just to get a better idea of a firm yes or a no. But we're going to see what we get this way first, and then we will decide. Okay? All right. So, this is the energy about whether or not you should walk away. Ooh, the Magician is talking about creating something new. That energy is pulling in for the whole spread, and obviously it's the primary energy that it's pulling in. This is talking about a kind of an emotionally charged kind of situation, but yeah, it's about making new things. This is the granddaddy of manifestors. Anybody interested in the law of attraction, that's the card. This is what we want. All right, so should you walk away? All right, it is looking like this might be something to consider. I don't know what your situation is. I don't know what Capricorn is or isn't doing, and I can't stress it enough. Don't just do anything because the card said to. or, whatever, because what it is saying, it's talking about the energy. It's pulling in the primary energies about the situation and what's the likely outcome. So what it's saying right now is the energy surrounding you, and the question is, let's create something new. You've got your Seven of Wands here too. Look at that. Look at that. There's you in the bubble. You're like, you know what? You got all this going on here, and you're kind of saying, you know what? I'm in my bubble. I'm meditating. I'm doing yoga, whatever you're doing in there. Protected in your little globe there, your little bubble. So, yeah. So the Seven of Wands definitely says, you know what? Stand your ground, take care of yourself. The Hanged Man says, let's look at things from a different direction. So Capricorn, maybe we're looking, before the direction was, yeah, I'm getting together with Capricorn. And now it's like, hey man, maybe I shouldn't be getting together with Capricorn. So it looks like that might be what's happening here. Where's the Hanged Man looking? She's looking right into the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about kind of, it's about wisdom. It's about truth. It's about traditional things. It's telling you you might want to look to a little bit more of a traditional path. I'm not sure. Are you wanting to break up? I mean, are you kind of done? I get that from the question, but I'm not exactly sure. I mean, maybe you want to stay, but now you're feeling like I have no choice. This is suggesting that you need to look differently. You want to create something new. You've isolated yourself in this bubble to protect yourself. And it is saying moving on to more of a traditional path. If you're wanting to get back together, then the only thing or stay together, the only thing I can say is you need to look at it differently and create a different kind of more traditional, trajectory of your relationship. If you're not wanting to stay together, well, then this is saying, see ya. And it's saying, your next person might be more of a traditional type of relationship, or it's saying, don't worry about that next relationship right away. Believe in yourself. It's coming. You focus on yourself right now. So it could go either way with that card. So let's see what our outcome energy is, and then we'll see if we need a throwdown. Okay. So what's the outcome? So far, it's kind of looking like, it's time to go. But let's see outcome. The star of hope. Okay. So I wish I could know. Now, is this something that you are wanting to get back on track? Are you wanting to get back on track? This could go either way. And since we're not one-on-one, I can't tell you. I can tell you what the two options are. Looking at it differently, getting more on a traditional path so that you can get back together, the star. Or it's saying, look at it differently and move on. The star will take you where you need to go. So we do need a throwdown. We need a throwdown. All right, so let's go here. Hey, P. Yes, I am for another 3 minutes. Thank you, Jane. Jane caught your question too. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Is this saying move on? Traditional move on, or traditional stick it out? Knight of Pentacles, that's talking about moving forward, but moving forward slowly. We need one more on that. We need one more. King of Cups. Okay. King of Cups is talking about pulling back your emotions. Yeah. Pull back your emotions. Cups is all about love. We need to see something else. Nine of Pentacles is success. Okay. So you got to pull back your emotions from your current Capricorn person. Pull the emotions back. You've got everything. You can do this, and you can make stuff happen. You're the magician here. You're going to manifest things. Right now, you're protected. I don't know what Capricorn is or is not doing, but you're protected from it. You're going to look at things differently now. It's time to look at it differently, and perhaps that means looking for a traditional path. This is talking about walking away. This is walking away from Capricorn. This is doing it very slow and deliberate, meaning not literally walking slow like in your speed, but taking the time to make sure you don't jump into something, making sure that you have, I just said it and I want to drive this home. You really need to always be thinking about yourself too. What I did, I was single for 12 years. I wasn't single, but I wasn't married. I had I think 3 boyfriends in there that were like a year each or something goofy. But for that 12 years, at a certain point though, I said to myself, I am my own boyfriend. I'm heterosexual. So I said, I am my own boyfriend. I even had a fake ring I put on just on my ring finger because I didn't want anybody messing with me. I didn't want to feel, I'm like, I am my own best friend and my own boyfriend, you know, and I got to know myself. And when after I did that, I said, all right, I'm ready to go out and date. I dated one dud, and then I met my husband. Manifest it. Manifest it. There's the success. And here's pull back your emotions from your current situation. Ooh. That looks good, Rose G. That one was really good. I hope that made sense for you. Ooh. Okay. All righty. Yes. Well, it is 1:30, so I am going to shut down donations right now. It looks like we do have a couple more. So we have, oops, I got them out of order, didn't I? So we have, right now, we have, we just did Rose D. So we have Michelle up next. Then we have Rosa Anna. We have Amira. We have Koban for Max. We have Batty Lex. And then we are, we've got Jaded Kate. Whoops, Jaded Kate. I wrote Jaded Date. My God. Okay. Jaded Kate. I do know how to write and spell. And then we have P. Thank you so much, P. All right. So let me see. That is going to be it for today for donations. I am going to shut that down just because we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more readings. And that should be enough to deplete my energy reserves. So I'm going to put my banner up. So give me a sec. I'm going to put up now. Please know, I am putting this up. I am not leaving without doing the donation readings. But this way, if anybody comes in new, they are not disappointed. I don't want anybody to be confused and find out, hey, man, why was I waiting when I can't get a reading? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. So we've got Michelle up next. Let me find Michelle. Martin 958 is saying, I'm starting to think tarot messages are from tricky demonic sources. No word from the police on my stolen Bitcoin. They are absolutely not 580 billion% no. They are not. They are not demonic sources. They are a cell phone. This is how I look at it. This is your cell phone to the universe. The universe is always seeking our greater good. There is no evil in the universe. Evil is what people do because people have free will. I don't care. You know what? I'm sure you can find somebody else who thinks differently, but I have been studying this since 1989. I have had a lot of personal experience, and I've also been reading tarot for quite a while. So I would definitely say the universe is looking out for your greater good. There is no evil from the universe. That's from people. The tarot cards are our cell phone for to the universe. This is how you call the universe. And how ironic that I turn it over and it's the Ace of Swords. Brand new communication, brand new truth. I just gave you a communication because I'm talking to you, and I just gave you a new truth. How weird is that that was at the bottom of the deck? Anyway, these are cell phones to the universe. You know, it's like you're picking it up. Hello? Hi, what can you tell me about this question? And it reads the energy. So, yeah. So, Martin, I don't think it's the cards. I do not think it is the universe. Whatever spiritual, you know, kind of path, if it's not the universe, your angels, you know, whatever you subscribe to. But it's all the same thing. The universe is the universe, and the universe wants the best for you. The universe, you're part of the universe. We are all energy. I'm not even going to go into it just because it's such a long topic that deserves its own time to do it right. But yeah, people create evil. Free will, people create evil. Yep. Somebody stole your Bitcoins because they're an asshole. That's why. Sorry, it's got to be blunt. Got to be blunt. All right. I'm sorry, too. I hope you get them. Michelle, let me find your question. You're welcome, Martin. I saw that while I'm looking for Michelle's question. I wanted to give you an answer on that. Because you're not alone. A lot of people are confused about that. You know, they don't know, or they're curious, or like, I don't want to take a chance, you know. But I can't say it enough. I can't say it enough. It is not evil in any way. All right, I'm looking for Michelle's question. There it is, I think. Yes, it is. I got it. Michelle, I found it. Yay, me. Okay. What type of person will my future spouse be when I meet him? Ooh, okay. We're going to use the secret tarots because it's secret. All right. So we're going to find out from Michelle. What type of person will Michelle's future spouse be like? After this, we have Rosa Anna. We have Amira. We have Koban for Max, Batty Lex, Jaded Kate, and P. All right. So what kind of person is this spouse going to be like for Michelle? What kind of spouse? What will this type of person, what kind of person? Michelle's future spouse. Okay. All right. There's our energy. And this is our spread. So we're looking for, we're going to get, like, I won't be able to get like, oh, he's, 30 years old and he's got dark hair. I'm not able to get that, but I am going to get some personality traits and perhaps where you might meet this person. Oh, that's great. All right. We've got Fool energy. This is about somebody who is going to want, who likes to start new things, who is always out there looking for the adventure, wants to get going. This is somebody who might have that entrepreneurial kind of spirit. But the one thing with the Fool is this is somebody who sometimes makes hasty choices. That's a great energy to say, what, I'm going to be entrepreneurial, like, and be excited to start new things with new people and new, business, whatever. But again, you have to have that little word of caution about, not jumping in without looking. Look at him. He's looking at his dog. He's like, dirt, he's going to walk right over this, right? So it's a great card, great energy, but the only little side note is, hasty choices might be involved in there as well. All right, so we've got another personality in here. All right, so this is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is this is Wands, so it's fire, it's passion. So this is somebody who really wants to get things done. This is somebody, again, just like our Fool. Now this is applying to all the cards. So pairing that with the Knight of Wands is like really driving it home. Somebody, again, who wants to jump out there, get started. This is somebody who has a very free spirit. And other than watching and making sure we're not making hasty choices, these are awesome personality traits. Somebody who's maybe more adventurous and, really is going to know what they want and tell it like it is. Just very blunt, saying, this is what I want. This is where I'm going. Let's go get it. So this is someone with passion and fire. We've got our star card. This also tells me that your future spouse will be one of those people who dotes on you. They are a doting person. They're going to be telling you and identifying all the things that you do well or that you do great or that, they're excited about. This could be about your success at work. This could be your looks, that you're beautiful. This could be your kindness. This could be how you take care of your child or your elderly relative, anything having to do with, definitely doting on you. So you're going to be number one. I'll tell you that. Adventurous, might be a little making hasty choices, but that's okay. And then we've got our Four of Wands. This is the Four of Wands, which tells me this person wants to build a foundation. I think you'll know right away that this is somebody that you are going to have a future with. The foundation that is built is awesome. That's about success. That's about, winning and all that, getting where you're going started. But it also implies, clearly there's more work to be done. Meaning I've got these sticks here, these wands, and yay, I'm proud of myself. But also I think I want to put a roof on it and I need a door and I need, build a little house out of it. But it's the first step. Does that make sense? Have I met him already? Because I'll be leaving to China soon for my studies. Ooh, all right. Well, let's pull another card for that. but yeah, so I think it'll be somebody who does want to start a foundation or a relationship quickly and start building that quickly. So you're asking, let's do the outcome card, and then I'll do a throwdown if this doesn't make sense. Have you met him already? You'd also like to know. All right, so this is our outcome energy, which is upside down. All right, so we've got judgment. The judgment card is like the balance, the decision card. It's also about kind of that feeling of being reborn. It's kind of like rebirth, you know. So it's also one thing I will point out, now that you asked me that question, do you know them? Sometimes the judgment card is about starting again, you know, so, you know, and resolving things so that you can be lifted up like this angel, you know, and obviously remember this is symbolism. But, you know, it's about rebirth and trying again. So this does appear that somebody you might have known. So let us see what we've got, though. I'm going to ask it very specifically, have you met this person yet? All right, let's do that one. All right, this is the King of Cups. Yes, I think you might have. This is the King of Cups. This is somebody that you might have feelings for, or you might have dated, or you might even know, like secretly you have feelings, or I don't know. But it's somebody who does have feelings because they are the cups. This is King of Cups. Cups is love and emotion. This guy, though, this king, he sits back, he watches, he wants to see what everybody's move is going to be. He's solid. He's pretty confident, too. Look at him sitting there like all confident, drinking out of his cup. He wants to see what happens next. So if this is somebody you might have an idea of, you might want to kind of speed things along, meaning to have a conversation, reach out, you know, step on the gas a little bit. If you're moving to China, you know, this person is going to want to build a foundation with you quickly. Remember what I said? This is like, go get them. Let's jump in. Let's do this. You're beautiful. You're smart. I love you. You know, all those good things. I don't want to jump into it too fast. That could be, what if this person goes with you to China? What if, you know, I don't know. Maybe, I don't even know if that's feasible, but I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. We're going to build a foundation pretty quickly. Go get it. Let's do this. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. You're smart. And then here, let's build a foundation. And while I'm waiting for you, I'm going to just stand back and watch. That implies to me that somebody might be there. Ooh, that looks pretty exciting, Michelle. Do you know who this might be? Do you have a feeling? Or you might even know. Ooh, Michelle. All right, good luck. All righty, so now we have Rosa Anna. We've got Rosa Anna up. We've got, let me just look for J&J here. J&J helps me so much. Yes, okay, good. I just wanted to make sure nobody else came in. So yes, our next one is Rosa Anna. Then we have Amira. Then we have Koban for Max. Then we have Batty Lex, Jaded Kate, and P. And then that P will be my last reading for today. J&J, you wanted to check in on some energy, I think. So I will do that. But there is the, yep, there's the list. I just had to make sure. Yep, I'm confusing myself. Okay. Rosa, or not Rose. Yeah, Rosa Anna. You're welcome, Michelle. All right. So let's see what Rosa Anna's question is. I think I might have seen it. Let me just scroll. Rosa, Rosa, Rosa. Uh-oh. If you haven't written it, honey, go ahead and write it. It might have fallen off the top if you wrote it a while ago. Yeah, here's you. And yeah, so let me just scroll back down. And you've got your donation. Thank you very much for your donation, honey. So let me just see. I'm not seeing it. Oh, Twinkle Madan. Thank you for your subscription if you're still here. Saw you that a little earlier there. All right, Rosa Anna, I am not seeing it, hon. If you could type it again for me, I would appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So Rosa Anna, please go ahead and write your question again for me. Oh, man. I need to fix my ponytail. My ponytail is falling out. Okay, Rosa Anna. Maybe, I'm not sure if you left. Hey, Pavali, yes, indeed. The lists are now closed, hon. I will be back tomorrow, of course, at 12. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I will not be having a show on Thursday. It is Thanksgiving here in the U.S. My personal side note, Thanksgiving, other than the food and my family, I think is a shitty, terrible holiday. Thanksgiving is when we came over to this country and stole it from the Native American Indians and murdered them. I think that is awful. So I don't feel like why the hell should I celebrate that? A lot of people are starting to call it, Indigenous Peoples Day, and that's what I'm going with. But it hasn't caught on yet. So I haven't, been able to say it. But anyway, I'm not going to have a show on Thanksgiving. We're having our kids over. We've seen our kids and lived together. So obviously that's not an issue for coronavirus. All right, Rosa Anna, I'm thinking we might want to come back to you. So I'm going to make a star and we're going to do Amira. Rosa Anna, please post your question for me. And I'm going to look for Amira's question. Amira, thank you so much for your donation. And there you are. Let me just find your question. I have to scroll up. There you are again, donated. Not seeing it. Nope. So if you could write that for me. I'm just not seeing it. All right. You're here, though, so I'm waiting because you're probably typing right now. Rosa Anna, not sure, or maybe you posted it. There it is. Mira, thank you. Rosa Anna, when you pop back on and give me your question, we'll definitely get to your question, okay? All right, Amira, thank you so much. A mysterious number called me today. Was it Darren? They did not answer when I picked up. Ooh, so they didn't say anything, huh? Let's see what we can get. Let's use the Crow Tarot. We want to see what's going on. All right. What was this mysterious number today? All right. So the call for Amira, was this Darren or was this somebody else calling from an unknown number? Did not say anything. Is this Darren checking in to hear Amira's voice? What was this about? All right. All right. There's our energy. And this is our card, or our spread. There we go. All right. Ace of Swords. Brand new communication. This is the call. This is the call. The Ace of Swords, again, brand new communication. And also the swords is also the suit of truth. So, yeah. So, ooh, okay, that's interesting. Let's see what we've got. Now, is this Darren? Is this Darren? Whoops, God, I can't get him straight. There we go. All right, is this Darren? We have got the World card here on the end. This is all about things that are good for, get this, Amira, long-term and long-distance relationships. What? So the World is awesome. This is talking about kind of like wishes fulfilled. This is about anything is possible. It often, again, involves like a long-term relationship, long-distance relationships, things like that. So that sounds pretty Darren-ish, huh? Here's our new communication. Again, this is going to cover everything. We have our Ace of Wands. We've got two aces. So this is about new things happening. Again, this is the overseer. So this is what's going to cover that up in terms of clarifying it. New communication for a new opportunity to grow. So the new communication was an effort to make something move along. We also have our Hermit card here, though. Hermit is typically talking about, following your own path, kind of a wise person who listening, what? And kind of who steps back from situations. I'm telling you right now, I think it was. I think either he wanted to hear your voice, or maybe he was going to say something and then changed his mind, or choked up. But this is somebody who feels like they wanted to pull back, wanted to see, what to do next, and see where things are. Again, having kind of a view of the whole picture. But again, this is also about listening. So it could be pulling in some energy from you because you clearly were listening to the phone call. But again, this pops up so strong for me with the world. It's about long-term relationships. It's about, and again, also long-distance relationships. So holy crap. All right, so let's see, Amira. We want to do another one. Give us a yes or a no about, was this, Darren? We need more. The Emperor. Yes, it was, my dear. I do believe it was. This is somebody who might be now, is Darren a little older than you, or are you guys the same age? Sometimes it can be somebody who's a little bit older than you. It doesn't have to be, but it can be. This is also, talking about kind of, someone who's a little bit hard to please, someone who's a little bit hard to please. And I know you've been, trying to make things happen and trying to do things at the right time, and it's just not moving. So what else? We got the Tower. So we got a big change coming. I think the cards are saying that, yes, it was. I think that that's what it's suggesting very clearly for me. And this one really just drives it home. And this one, the Tower tells me that there's something going to be changing here right now. Either A, new conversation coming again from Darren, and you're going to have a talk of some kind, or B, maybe it's you saying, all right, I had enough of this shit. Or if you're going to call me, you better say something. What's up? What's going on? I'm not saying you should say it like that. That would be kind of mean, but you get my point. And I don't know which way you would go with it, but it does look like something's happening. There is a change coming. We've got long-term relationships right here, brand new communication. Why do we have new communication? Because we want an opportunity to grow. He's older. There you go. That's what the Emperor says, that it's typically about an older, someone who's older than you. It doesn't mean old like 120. It means older than you. And somebody, again, it talks all about, you might even be a little bit hard to please, that kind of a thing. Somebody who can't get pushed around, Yeah. So I think it was. The cards are saying it looks like it was, and it looks like for a purpose. Again, he must have pulled back. Maybe he's King of Cups acting right now, like, I want to see what you're going to do, kind of thing. But you did. You answered, and he didn't answer back. So he lost his nerve. Something like that maybe happened. I'm not sure, but yeah. Ooh, good luck. That's pretty exciting in a sneaky, mysterious way. Oh my goodness. All right. So, and we now have, what did I do? That was Amira. We missed Rosa Anna. We're still waiting on Rosa Anna. We have Koban for Max up next. Batty Lex, Jaded Kate, and thank you, Jaded Kate. You're doing a great job in there as well. Thank you. And P. So we've got our list up here. So Koban for Max is first. Let me just find your question, and thank you so much, Koban. You're so cool. Oh, I hope that was to me. I'm so cool. No, I don't know who you were talking to. Oh, man. All right, now, I'm not finding it, Koban. I'm looking. Is it at the bottom? Did you write it? Yep. Thank you, my friend. All right, Koban for Max. Thanks so much. Please tell me I'll find someone in love. I'm so tired of lies, misunderstanding people. Is there any real love? I hate cutting people off. I know what you mean. Okay, let's see. I know what you mean. That's just no fun ever. Oh, we're going to use the Arcanum Tarot. We're going to use the Arcanum. All right, Arcanum Tarot for Koban Max. What's coming in love? We got a lot of duds. We got some bad influence. We got liars. We've got people who are not honest. We've got other things going on that aren't working. Things are not working. We need some better people in here. Will Koban Max find somebody? Okay. Here we go. So there's our energy. And this is our spread. Okay. All right. Wow, we got the Emperor again. So I don't know if you were listening to that last reading, but the Emperor, that's pretty cool. So this is somebody who is sometimes he's critical, a little bit hard to please and things like that. But this is somebody who is not bullied. This talks about the need to not allow others to kind of push you around. Sometimes it talks about the need to be a little bit more forceful, that kind of a thing. The Emperor, he makes order out of chaos. He takes control. He knows how to fix everything up. But again, this is the energy is suggesting, you know what? You need to make sure that you're not being kind of pushed around. You know what? Circumstances aren't driving you. You are driving yourself. And you how you react to situations and things like that is all within your control. You might even be thinking, I'm acting fine. I don't know what you're talking about, but think about it. I use the law of attraction stuff so much. And if you've been here this for a while, you've probably heard me go on and on. But, sometimes, and I'm not suggesting you're being bullied like you're sitting on the playground and somebody took your lunch. But maybe you're just attracting the people that are just going to either, like you said, be liars or, just like that. And I don't mean that you're consciously saying, oh, I hope I get a liar, things like that. But you need to kind of look at it and say, what am I asking? What am I asking the universe for? What kind of partner am I looking for? You need to kind of identify it. All right, one more thing, guys. You guys are going to be like, oh my God, get out of here. So I talk about the Cosmic Bulletin Board. You need to write an ad. I don't know how to spell bulletin. There we go. Bulletin, that's right. Board. Okay. Cosmic Bulletin Board. This is you can do it in a journal. You can do it on a piece of paper. You can do it in your mind if you want to. You don't need to write it. The Cosmic Bulletin Board. Imagine there is a bulletin board. You're at school, you're at the grocery store, wherever. You've seen the bulletin boards with little ads on them and stuff, right? And you see some stuff is pinned on there. I need a lawnmower. Look, my cat got lost, that kind of stuff, right? So here's everybody's notes, right? Well, you're going to put your ad on the Cosmic Bulletin Board. The Cosmic Bulletin Board is going to say, I will, not I'm going to, I will meet A. And then you're going to say, describe this person. You're going to talk about it in detail. You're not going to and then her eyelashes curl up at the top. No, you're not going to get into those kind of details. But you're going to say, I'm going to meet a woman, a man who, has job security, who is thoughtful, who, you got to be as specific as you can. And then you say, and I will meet this person within 3 months or whatever. Just write that. Okay. And then guess what you do from the bulletin board? You pin it. And now you walk away. You go somewhere else, right? Now you're off to do your next thing. That bulletin board is up there. The universe is seeing it. The universe is going to fill your order. Now, I don't mean it to sound like it's just this magic thing, like you snap your fingers like, I don't know, genie or something. But it is kind of like that. It works. I'm not even kidding you. So if nothing else, and if you don't believe in that, and that's okay, But if nothing else, it helps you to define what you're looking for. Okay? So that's my advice to you. And I got that inspired by this card. So, okay. So we're looking about meeting somebody else in love. We've got 2 knights here. This tells me, and they're both going in different directions. The 2 of Wands is in the middle of our 2 knights, and the 2 of Wands is about thinking. It's about struggling between choices in your mind. You're doing 2 things. You're doing 2 things. All right, so we're going to move him over. Our Knight of Wands is somebody who's very passionate, energetic, really wants to get out there and get it done. Our Knight of Pentacles, he wants to get it done, but he wants to go slowly. He really wants to think about it. I think you got to get right with what you're like. You might not even realize that you're sending mixed messages out there. You know, you're trying to decide like what's going on here and all that kind of stuff. I think you might need to get it firm in your mind. You know, what is it I'm looking for? Do the cosmic bulletin board. Like I said, even if you're not interested in law of attraction, all that great stuff, at least it kind of defines it for you. Hang on, I need some water. My voice is going. Okay. Sorry, I had to take a drink. Okay. Because look at these knights. First of all, this is the go get 'em knight. This is the slow poke. Go get 'em, slow poke. And look at where they're facing. They're going the other way, right? You need to think about it and get right. And then you're going to get the right people. The right people will start coming to you. You've identified what you don't want, right? I don't want a cheater. I don't want somebody who is a drug dealer. You know, I don't know. Whatever stuff. I don't want, you got to get right with that. Oh, wait a minute. We got to do an outcome. I almost forgot. We got to do our outcome energy. The Death card. Then what? Oh man, this is awesome. Okay, once you take this advice and put it into action, this will end. I have so much pen all over me. Ignore that. It will end the cycle of liars and people who don't know what the hell they're doing, and duds and whatever else is in the mix. It's going to end it, and you're going to see a whole new crop of people. I'm not saying every single person you meet is going to be the one, but you're going to be getting a different quality of people. Yes, do this. You don't need to get into a whole huge thing if you're not interested. You don't have to go take a class. You don't have to read 100 books. If nothing else, you just got to define what you're looking for. You're putting out 2 different energies. And you're in your head, you're flipping back and forth. You got the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and here's you now going, what do I do? What do I do? Because you don't know, because you're putting out 2 different messages, right? And our Emperor makes order out of chaos, and he doesn't let other people push him around. And he will say to these 2 knights, hey man, get it together here. Which way are we going? Pick one. See? Oh man, the cards are talking. Cards are talking. Ooh, I hope that helped. Woo, the cards are talking. All right, we've got Batty Lex, Jaded Kate, and P. Rosa Anna, not sure if you're back, but if you are, I'll get your reading. All right, so next up we have Batty Lex. Let me find your question, hon. Yeah, I'm just full of books and pictures and all kinds of stuff today, aren't I? All right, there's the list for the donations. Let me see. Jaded Kate, you're not a moderator, but I'm going to make you one. You are now a moderator. Welcome to the Blue Crew. Jaded Kate, you're in the Blue Crew. The moderators are the Blue Crew. Right now we have the beautiful Jane J here. Yes, Jane J. Yes, Jane J. As long as my voice doesn't break, I said to take a drink. All right, Batty Lex, let's find your question. You're welcome, Koban Max. All right, so where's Batty Lex? Batty Lex. All right, where is it? I swear I just saw it. Yeah, I don't think I sang anything today, did I? Wow. I sing a lot when I talk. I'm going to do some law of attraction stuff. I am. I talk about it so much, and I don't want to steal time from this, but Yes, you need to end this confusing cycle. I just saw what you said. Definitely. All right. So, Batty Lex, if you could put your question down there again for me, honey. I'm not seeing it. I thought I saw it before, but I don't see it now. I see you talking. Finally made it in time. Okay, so there's you. Put on the bottom. Yeah, Batty Lex, did you have to leave? Just so you know, guys, if you ever do leave and the question has not been answered, I can either refund it or you can save the donation question for the next show. But you need to let me know, or if it's just a donation to be nice to the channel, then I appreciate those as well. But I never want you guys to worry that, well, hey, man. All right. So, Batty Lex, I'm not seeing your question, honey. I'm going to make a star next to it. And we are going to go with Jaded Kate. Jaded Kate and then P, unless Batty Lex or Rosa Anna pops back in. All right. So, Jaded Kate. Oh, thanks for your donation, honey. And thanks for the work you're doing in the chat there and helping Jane J out. And me. It helps me so much. Okay. How does Sepe feel after discovering I blocked him? Ooh. He's hesitated and doubtful about reaching out. Does he feel guilt or regret or sadness about it? Does he care about my feelings? Let's see. Let's see. What do I want to use? Let me see. We have not used this one all day. This is the zombie tarot. Yeah. I love zombies. Love them. Well, not really. In real life, I would not love them. In my head, I'm like a badass, killing zombies and jumping over, walls and yeah. And in real life, I'd probably be dead in like 2 seconds. The zombies would get me. But in my head, I'm like badass, right? Zombie killer. All right. Actually, I'm not thinking about it all that much, but I do love zombie stuff. I love The Walking Dead and zombie movies. Okay, Jaded Kate. So how is Sepe feeling now that he's been blocked? Now that he's been blocked. All right, that was a good shuffle. Now, please ignore the pen on my hands because I've been writing and talking and being so crazy with my hands. I now just saw I have pen all over my hands. So ignore it. Okay. Ooh. All right. So we have the 7 of Hazards. Hazards is Pentacles. The 7, this is about kind of, having a bit of worries and doubts and thinking, uh-oh. So let me see. You still work together, but you're giving him the silent treatment. Yeah, he noticed. I think he noticed. You're saying after he discovered, you might even know that he already knows this, but the cards are definitely confirming that. He realizes it. He knows he's been blocked. Even look at the imagery in the card. Look at him. He's like writing stuff down and they're the zombies in the other room. It's like I'm looking, but I can't come in kind of thing. So, yeah, so he does realize it. If you did not know that, now you do, because he does realize it. So what's going on? Does he care? Yes, and yes, he does care. Okay. The reason I said it so quickly and because I got excited, the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups, it's like the warm fuzzy card. It's about looking back on things and feeling happy about them. At times when we were happy. Now, you guys work together, so but I'm not sure how long of a history you have together. If you don't have a real long history, don't get confused. Just because it's little kids doesn't mean you have to have known each other since you were 4. But it does talk about looking into how things were before you blocked him. You see? So yeah. So I think he does miss you. Does realize he's blocked, feels worried and concerned about that, doesn't like it. So yes, to answer that part of the question, yes, he does not like it. He does not like it. Then we've got our Emperor on either side of these cards. Now remember, that's our warm fuzzy. And then we've got the bookends here. We've got the Emperor and we have the Devil. Now, first, before we do anything, never worry. The devil is not the devil. It's not evil. It's not that at all. So do not ever worry about that. Now, we've got our Emperor, and we've had the Emperor several times today. So I don't know if you've heard some of these, but the Emperor is definitely about power and achievement. This is somebody who is making it happen, who is very firm and secure. But this is also somebody who needs to be a little bit more forceful sometimes. Somebody who needs to take a stand, not be bullied. This card here is also saying that. Don't be bullied. I mean, it's literally saying the same thing. The Devil card is sometimes it's about, feeling stuck and things like that. But in the context of this question, this is talking about resentments that are kind of building up inside, not allowing yourself to be bullied, and kind of like releasing all that kind of suppressed energy, making sure to, telling people what's up, letting go of unfair people, not allowing, people to keep you stifled. So, using that stored power in ultimately, and it pulls right into our Emperor. What do you ask? He's even standing in front of the barred doors. You're absolutely right, Jaded Kate. So yeah, he knows he's been blocked. He misses that. And this is, I think, advice to you. Now, you've blocked this person for a reason, obviously. You've decided, I don't want to talk to you anymore. So, this is talking about releasing any of that kind of suppressed energy for your own sanity. Whether that means, standing in your room and screaming and letting all that energy out, whether that means meditating and everything in between. Whatever, and it doesn't have to be negative energy that you're releasing, but it's just like that stuff you weren't able, you just got to kind of let it out, and just feel like, and get all that energy out, because that'll save your sanity, and it'll also help you to be able to make decisions from a non-emotional place, because when we have our emotional goggles on, we make bad choices, right? It's like everybody knows what beer goggles are, right? It means we're drunk and we're going home with somebody who looked awesome when we were drunk, and then you see them the next day and you're like, holy crap, I had beer goggles on. Well, emotional goggles are the same concept, but what it does is it screws you up on making decisions. When you're wearing your emotional goggles, you can't see logically. You can't see things from like a third-party perspective. You're too close to it. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is talking about take off your emotional goggles and see it all. So we need a couple more, though, because we need to see about whether or not he feels guilt or regret or sadness, right? And then whether he cares. He does care about your feelings. That one I see. That one I do see. But we need to know about guilt. We need to know about guilt. 9 of Cups. Yes, he does. We've got the success card. Now, I'm not saying that, success about being blocked. But it is the card that indicates it's cups, so it's about personal satisfaction in relationship. He misses that. He misses that satisfaction, that personal connection you guys had. Yeah, and the 3 of this, he wants to be back in the good graces because this is about success based off of past work. This is about a new chapter on the work that you've been doing and making a new chapter to continue on. So the advice is, not letting that suppressed energy drag you down. This is talking about, where were we? Oh, here, the 9 of Cups. Personal relationships, satisfaction in relationships, whether or not the guilt or regret and sadness, absolutely. Where is it going? Let's pull the cut card. Where is it going? Queen of Wands. Oh, my God. You are on top of the world, honey. This is you. You're on fire. The Queen of Wands is who we all want to be. The Queen of Wands, this is who's working all day and taking care of the kids after school and putting them to bed and doing a workout tape and running for office on the school board. I mean, this person does it all, super businesswoman, super mom, super community, everything. This is who it is. So this is you. So no matter what happens, you are going to be on top. You need to get rid of some of that energy that you probably feel Even if you can't put words to it, go just let it out. Go running, go walking, meditate. You don't have to do something outlandish that you wouldn't do normally, but something that expels energy. Definitely. Definitely. All right, honey. Well, I hope that helped. I hope that helped. That's good advice, too. I like that about the energy, like expelling it. That devil card, people get afraid when they see the devil card or the death card, and I'm like, nope, nope, nope. Sometimes it can have a little bit of but oh, Batty Lex is back. Awesome. We'll get your question next, Batty Lex, and then we have P, and then we're going to wrap it up. Well, thank you, Jaded Kate. I hope that made sense for you. All right, Batty Lex, thank you. I'd like to know CJ's authentic feelings for me and our unborn child. Yeah, what is up? Okay, what are we going to use, my friend? Let me see what is going on. Let's use today's journey. We haven't used this in a bit. Whoop. All right. What am I doing? There we go. And now you said you were with CJ. Oh, so you hide this from. Totally get it. Well, especially because it's about CJ. Yeah. All right. So CJ's around then, huh? Ooh. All right, Batty Lex. CJ, what are your feelings for Batty Lex and your child? What are your feelings? All right. Today's journey's got a much more kind of like a modern feel. This deck had gorgeous borders and I chopped them off. I felt so bad, but at the same time, no borders for me, for most decks. I don't like the borders. Nope. Child of water. This is the Page of Cups. Hon. The Page of Cups. This is great energy. Cups is love and emotion. The child is the page. The page is kind of about, it's an immature energy, not childish, but immature, meaning it's kind of in that inexperienced phase, meaning we're just starting something new. So I realized clearly you have been together, or you wouldn't have an unborn child in there. But so I'm not saying it's new like you just met him, but new like maybe a new phase in your relationship, taking it from a different perspective or with a different goal in mind. That's what I'm getting from that. Let's see how it ties in though. Oh, yay. Okay. All right. So we've got some good stuff happening. Okay. We've got, now again, this is our energy for the whole spread. This is our Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, again, sorry, it's about love and things like that. But this is somebody who's very cautious about making changes and things. So somebody who goes slowly, which I know patience is like my least favorite thing. And when I say go slowly, everybody probably goes, and rolls their eyes because that sucks. But it's somebody who's going a little slower, which is probably a good thing because you need to build up your trust and your connection and, all those things. Here we have the manifestation card. This is the Magician. The Magician. This is our manifestation card. This is like what we talked about with law of attraction. This is about creating new things. This is about, going out and getting things started. This is about starting new things and creating new things. So this is really, really good. Then we've got our Nine of Fire right next to that. The fire are the wands. So this is the Nine of Wands. This talks about not giving up. It talks about being cautious, but holding on. So this is advice for you, hun. This is still be cautious, but hold on. It's looking pretty good. Looking good. Next, we have Temperance here. Temperance is about finding kind of like letting old resentments go. So letting old hurt go, letting old issues go. And, and it also talks about accepting what can't be changed, like there are certain things that you should tolerate, you can't tolerate, and you shouldn't. But there are other things when you evaluate, you know what? Okay, this is sort of how he is. How, what can I do about that? I have a perfect example. My husband is very, very, very go with the flow, super laid back. That's awesome. Great personality, especially because I'm high strung. So it's nice because we kind of balance each other out. I'm like, burn. He's like, hey, man. Well, anyway, his hey man personality, while it's awesome in so many ways, and I need to take some of his on and calm myself down, on the other side, it annoys the shit out of me sometimes because, like, there's certain things you do need to pay attention to, right? So it's kind of like that thing. I had to say, I love this man. This personality trait of his being, hey, man, is overall a great thing. I have this itty bitty thing, like it irritates me that, he doesn't get a little bit more of a fire about some things. That's teeny tiny in the whole big picture. So there you go. You think, what am I willing to tolerate? Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah. So that's where I'm going with it. Temperance is all about getting that balance and keeping like a return to where things are good. I mean, yeah. So I this is really strong. It's in the beginning. We've got our 9 of fire, like I said, so there is a reason to be watchful. And but it's saying, you know what, this might be worth holding on to. Let me see what the outcome energy is. What is our outcome? Oh my God, 1 of earth. This is one of the Ace of Pentacles. This is about a new opportunity. This is Pentacles, so this is on the earthly plane. So this is like money, job, home, work. Well, I already said work, health, school, all those things. Time is included on there. Time. So obviously, it looks like you're getting more time, obviously from CJ. So that is picking up on that. And I think you're going to continue to have more time. I think you're going to start seeing, you got to go cautious because this is in the early stages, right? Also, you have a reason why you feel like maybe you felt burnt before or hurt before or whatever, whatever that is, you have the opportunity to create something new, get that balance, let go of old hurts. Things are starting, but you do need to kind of be aware and be cautious. You got to keep everything in mind. But yeah, Batty Lex, that's a new change. I did not know that you haven't been here in a while. So yay, it seems like things are going, and always, no matter what's going on, honey, and I know you know this, take care of yourself and that baby before anything. Don't let stress, and if you're getting stressed, be like, time out, put it on pause for a minute, All right, honey, good luck. All righty, P. We're looking for P. Thank you for your patience, P. This will be my last reading unless Rosa Anna comes back on. Rosa Anna must have had to leave before her reading. Jane J., you can hang out, and I do owe you a question. So where'd it go? Oh, P. I was talking so much that I forgot what I was doing. Good, Batty Lex. I'm so happy for you. I'm rooting for you. I am. I'm your cheerleader. All right. P, where's your question, dear? I know I saw it. There we go. I found it. Thanks, P. All right. What does J, the Scorpio, want to say to me? Ooh, okay. Let's use Tarot of the Haunted House. That's kind of spooky. Let's see. It's not spooky. It's actually very cool. All right, what does Jay, the Scorpio, want to say to P? What does Jay, the Scorpio, want to say to P? Oh, that one flew out. Okay, so we're going to put it fell over here. No, you know what? I don't like doing that. I have a rule, and I just broke my own rule. When it drops, when I'm shuffling it, I don't pick it up because I shuffle terribly. But when I'm laying the cards out, if one falls, I do keep that. So that broke my rule. So I can't break my rules. I can't break my rules. All right. There is our energy. This is our spread. Okay. So, Jay, what is up with you? All right. Well, we've got the sun. Look how beautiful this card is. Look at that. There is our sun. This is all about enlightenment. This is about hope. This is about success. I mean, that's great. The question, however, is what does Jay want to say to you? And the sun kind of implies that finding what truly makes you happy is what's important, you know, and that would sound pretty positive about, you know, wanting to say that, like, hey, I'm trying to find out what truly makes me happy. We do have to see what these are, but that is a very, very good energy. It's about fulfillment, happiness, all that great stuff. All right, we got our Queen of Swords in here and our Magician. Ooh, we've got all majors and one court card. That's amazing. All right, so this is the Queen of Swords, and she is telling me that, you know what, well, first I need to say court cards are almost, well, not always, but very frequently they are personality types. Sometimes they're situational, but anyway, they're oftentimes going to be a personality. So I'm going to pull this in here. This is talking about the personality of someone who tells it like it is. I'm thinking that Jay is pretty kind of blunt about things. I think Jay knows what Jay wants to do and what Jay wants in, you know, his or her life. And this is somebody who really, it kind of pulls back on emotions because they got to tell it like it is. Are you expecting some kind of conversation with P? Did something happen? I don't know. If something did happen and you're going to be hearing about it, maybe that's what he wants to say. But something very blunt and very, what's the word I'm looking for? See, I'm losing my words. To the point. You're in no communication. All right, well, maybe that's him then saying, I'm very, you know, I hate to say it, but our Queen of Swords is often somebody who's kind of bitchy and, you know, really kind of a micromanager kind of thing. So somebody who is sort of pulling back on that emotion, right? So here we have our Magician, though. The Magician makes things happen. The Magician makes things happen, and he's running right into the Strength card. I'm going to hold them together there. There we go. My goodness. There we go. So the Strength card and the Magician, they're right next to each other. These are both the majors. So that means it's a very strong kind of theme. Now, with the Strength card, this talks about overcoming obstacles, you know, not letting things, you know, get in your way. You know, it also talks, though, about, you know, being patient, you know, knowing that you got to move forward at a steady pace. Again, it's about balance. It's about things like that. And it also says, though, don't waste time trying to make other people see things your way. Now, the Magician is about creating new things. So, you know, this is where we're going here. We're going in here to make things happen and new things happen. I need a couple more. What's going on here in chat? I don't know. You know what? You are right, P. This is justice. They switched it up in this deck. It's only got a number, and I don't have the numbers recognized. I really did think it was the Strength card. The number, well, I do have the numbers. The number 11 is for Strength in traditional numbering of decks. But you're right. They did switch it up. They did. So we're going to go ahead and clarify change that a bit. But I am still going with that Strength being important because I would not have pulled that in there if it weren't, because I think it's divine timing and everything happens. That must have been something that needed to kind of to come out, you know. So all right, we're going to have to block. There we go. Took care of that. Somebody just got bumped. We do not spam. And moderators, you have that ability as well. When somebody is spamming, you can calm them down and time them out for like a certain amount of time. You can time them out so they can't type. Or if they're being shitty, they can be blocked. So I have a very nice group of people here. And I don't want anybody bringing bad energy or annoying energy or rude energy. And I have no problem blocking. You're out. So that person's out of there. Okay, so sorry about that. I think it deleted all those messages. But anyway, I'm sorry. We're going back to this. That just got me confused. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. We're back here. So we've got justice, which does add a little more meaning into this. Now, again, they did switch up the meanings of the cards, or the numbers, I should say. But justice, again, is about things being fair, being balanced, being even. It's about things being, and being impartial too. So like having that position that you can see it from both sides. We need a little more though, because this is, again, we got that balance going on. This is the bitchy, let me tell you what's up with that. So let's see, what does this person want to say? All right, that's the Knight of Wands. Okay, so that's like kind of going out and go get it kind of thing. It's two personalities topped up on top of each other. So I do think that this is probably him. I think Jay is likely, did something happen with you guys? Did you guys have did something happen? I don't know if you had an argument or if maybe he's a jerk. Does he just have a lot to say to you? P, don't let somebody be a jerk. I don't know if that's in the case or not, but somebody can't push you around like the Queen of Swords. Here's the Knight of Swords or Wands saying, let's go get it. Let's go get it. What needs to be fair? What needs to be going to get? All right, we got our Three of Cups. Okay, so Three of Cups is a new opportunity, new endeavor of the heart. Okay, so a conversation needs to happen. That's for sure. You're not in communication and you're hoping for communication, which means you're waiting, right? What about you? Can you reach out? I think the conversation is going to be a little tough to get started, but once that crap is all out of the way, we've got some balance. We got a new thing created. We are going to go get it because we are the Knight of Wands. Your person, Jay, I think something has to get out of the way. You guys need to talk something out. You got to work it out. And it could just be about how much time you spend together or, when you're going to talk to each other, when you're going to meet. It doesn't have to be some huge thing, but it does need to be something that needs to be spelled out instead. Once that happens, then we're okay. Then we get going. Where are we going? We're going to the Magician. The Magician creates new things. What are you creating, Magician? You're over here creating the Justice card. We want fairness. We want balance. I also asked what we're going to create too when I was over here going to get what? We were talking about go get what? We're going to get the Three of Cups. This is all about a new endeavor of the heart and having the support of others. This is friends, family, everybody being happy about it. So that is looking mighty good. So let's do the cut card for the energy of the outcome. Okay, so this girl is walking away from all these cups. You know why? Because she needs something. One is missing, right? There is something missing there, so she's going to go off and try to find it. Now, obviously, if you were in communication at one point and you're no longer in communication, well, that's what's missing, right? This person is out there. So let's pull a throwdown. We need to see, is this communication coming soon? What's the deal with the communication on the cut card? All right, so this is the new beginnings card. This is death. Again, doesn't have anything to do with dying, everybody. It's about a new beginning. It's about a transformation. It's about things happening and coming kind of back into play. Yeah. So I am thinking that you guys, there's some kind of tough conversation that you're going to have. But once you do, that's where our sun comes in and covers up everything in here. It's also where this death card tells me that your current situation is over and you got a new opportunity. Someone needs to break the ice. Someone needs to crack the ice and be the Queen of Swords and have that conversation. Have a conversation. And maybe that's you. Maybe you do. But regardless, it's going to be like once that communication has happened, it's going to be like, let's go. That's the go get 'em card. Yeah, starting a conversation is tough. How long has it been since you talked? He's very sweet and you want him to come forward. Okay, what's the tough conversation, P? Do you have a tough conversation? I don't know. Let me see. I didn't shuffle again, so let's just take these back out. I'm going to see because it's going to bother me. I want to know. Wait a minute. These are our cards from just now. There we go. All right. So it's been over 5 months since you've talked. Is that what you're saying? It's been over 5 months since you talked, right? You want him to come forward. He's very sweet to you. When is this communication coming? Well, we'll do that one in a second. But over 5 months, what does that mean? It's been over 5 months since you talked, or it's been over 5 months. Okay, it's been over 5 months since you talked. Don't like that. All right, so let's do some throwdowns. It's been over 5 months. Are there still feelings? Yes, the Three of Empress is all, the 3 is the Empress. And this is all about growing something. This is about bringing things to fruition. This is about wanting to, well, look at her. Look at her. She's pregnant. And I'm not saying that Jay is pregnant, but it's just the same concept. Remember, this is symbolism. So this is just like a baby would be growing in the mom. It's about growing an idea, just like you would nurture a baby, right? So does he still want you? I think yes. Is that still a feeling in there? Yes. Are we looking at communication soon? No, not right now. Not right now. We got the 10 of Swords, which is the death of an idea. So let's do this. We want to know 1 month for communication, 2 months, 3, and then we're going to kind of wrap this one up. 1 month, 2 months, 3. Okay. So I'm seeing this is kind of looking like, now this is about our intuition. 1 month, I think that's probably when things start kind of feeling like maybe that this conversation is wanting the desire. That's the word, the desire to talk. Maybe this month. But month 2, you know what? We've got the Judgment card here. This is about about bringing things, feeling reborn, feeling like a new chapter and things like that. But month 3, we've got the anxiety card, the depression, the being kept up late. So let's pull it out for 2 more. We got 4 months and we got 5 months, 4 months, 5 months. Okay, 4 months, 6 of Wands. And there's our new communication. All right, so 5 months. 5 months. I think things might start in here. Like you might have a false start. Like, woo, maybe we talked for a minute and then you don't hear anything. But I think 5 months, this is your opportunity to grow at the 5 month mark. So I know that would make 10 months altogether. And I know right now that probably seems like, hey, man, that sucks. That's a long time. It looks like something might be popping sooner than that. I think you might be talking or at least hearing something, getting a clue, and then feeling like it didn't go anywhere. But then it pops. You see what I'm saying? Ooh, P. I hope that goes well. Thank you so much, honey. All right. So let me see what we have got. I'm going to read for you, Jane J. We are on our last reading for Jane J. And then for the rest of you, I would like to thank you so much. You're welcome, P. I hope that was helpful. I want to thank everyone and thank you all for all the donations. Rosa Anna, I know you had to take off, I guess. So if you're watching this, please shoot me an email in there. I will hold your donation over till the next show. And if somehow I don't see you on the next show, I don't know if maybe this was just a donation just to help support the channel. I'm not sure. So I will, I'll hold it. Email me. I don't know what else to say about that. Oh my goodness. Okay. So what is coming up for me in my love life? Wait a minute. Today's Tuesday, right, guys? Yes. Okay. I'll be here tomorrow, but not Thursday. Don't forget. All right. So back to this. Sorry. What is coming for me in my love life next in December and January? I'm a Capricorn, super single. Will I find mutual long-term relationship commitment? Ooh, all right. So we're going to use the Everyday Witch because I love it. The gentle energy is awesome. Okay. You're welcome, Jane. All right. So what's going on for Jane J? Love life in December and January, February. So for the next couple months, what can we see coming? What can we see coming? We want mutual love and a long-term relationship. Okay. So there's our energy. This is our spread. Okie dokie. All right. So Three of Pentacles energy. Now the question is about love, whereas Pentacles is about, Pentacles, it's work. But what the Three of Pentacles is talking about is this is kind of like a new beginning based off of past work. So I know we're looking into the future and we're looking out there. We're not talking about N, but this is making me kind of feel like it has something, work is in there and past work. The past work, what does that mean? It means the work you've done to this point with N. You're not getting that right now. N is kind of being like, and holding it back right now, but well, let's see what this is, because it could also mean a few other things, but that was my first instinct on that. Okay. So is there long-term relationship coming? Long-term relationship. Now, we've got our Four of Wands, so this tells me that the start is coming. The start is there. This is the mini spread, which is the near future, unless I declare it as another timeline when I'm asking the question. So near future, looks like we're going to be starting some kind of like foundation. The Four of Wands is about starting things, and being excited. I mean, look at them. They're all super happy. Like, wow, look at my magic wand or whatever we're doing. But they have more work to be done, but it's like the first step. So what does that sound like? That sounds like the first step in a relationship to me, doesn't it? We've also got the High Priestess here. The High Priestess is all about like kind of rising above like pettiness, rising above like people who are petty and gossip and things like that. I don't know. I mean, obviously at work, I don't know if other people are involved or maybe other people are maybe about you and N, maybe there's somebody else at work who maybe has feelings about you, whatever the case, it doesn't matter because you aren't going to let any of that bother you. You're not going to let that bother you. This is also a knowing. This is about a knowing that everything has cycles, that intuition pulls you forward into to the right direction. It kind of avoiding danger, right? Avoiding danger. And then this card, this is the 10 of Wands. This is about the burden of your success. This is about carrying a lot of weight around, but it's all because of your success. So this is telling me, yes, you will find mutual love, a long-term relationship. I believe you'll connect with this person soon. About what, the marriage and all that. I don't see that happening right. I mean, I don't know. I don't not see it, but then I also don't see it at the same time. So that I'm sure will be coming later. But the burden of success means, yes, this happened. Now it's a burden. Well, what does that mean? Well, maybe now you have less time to do other things. These are burdens that are good things sometimes. It's not like a burden like, oh, I hate it, it's awful. It doesn't have to be like that, but it could mean like this witch. I'm carrying a lot of brooms. I'm carrying them and I want to carry them and I'm going to carry them, but it's heavy, so it's like, it's not a bad thing. Let us see what else we can get here. Because we're talking about December, January, February, and this one is in the first. So let's confirm on dates. We're talking in the next 3 months. So the sooner here, what's happening with our foundation. Queen of Wands, man. All right, you are the Queen of Wands. Are you kidding me? This is awesome. You need to walk around feeling with your head held high, confidence, knowing You absolutely are going to be meeting somebody, and it will be a mutual long-term love. So what's going on with the gossip or pettiness going on? Is that at work? What's the deal? Seven of Wands. This is all about standing your ground. Maybe somebody doesn't like the person that you connect with. Maybe somebody's giving you a hard time about it, and you're supposed to be holding your ground and being like, get out of here. I'm doing what I do, and I'm not going to let any of you sway me. What about our burden? What's going on? The burden of success. Why? The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is saying something very similar here to our Seven of Wands. The Nine of Wands is all about not giving up. It's about being cautious. So I think what this is talking about, the 10 of Wands, in these next 3 months, while I do see something coming in, the burden of success, now that you've got this relationship established or at least going in the right direction, the burden is that you have to have patience. You have to have patience. The burden is that, you know what, you're not going to maybe get a declaration of like future plans. Like you might not get that. Let's get married. Like, you know, remember our squirrel, we talked about that with the nuts. You might have to like kind of temper your own instinct to be like, what are we doing? Or, hey, or what, you know, and you don't want to do that. And that's the burden, because you're having to actively work that you don't get overwhelmed by wondering what's going to happen. And you got to let it play out. So let's see what the outcome energy is. And then I might want to pull another one. Let's just see what the outcome energy is for these next 3 months. We've got work again. And we have excuse me, we have the Three of Pentacles as our starting energy, and we have the Eight of Pentacles as our ending energy. So the Eight of Pentacles talks about being determined. This is, the Eight of Pentacles is paying attention to details, you know, watching, you know, and that's what you're going to do when you're developing a relationship and you're finding out the nuances about somebody and all these things, whether or not this is N or not, you know, there's obviously always more you can learn. But one other thing I want to point out about what the Eight of Pentacles is, this is about personal satisfaction. So feeling good. Now, I'm dying to know. This is all looking to me like it has something to do with N. And I want to know, is this N? Is this N or somebody else? Page of Swords. Page of Swords. All right, that's looking. Okay, wait. I got to get another one. Page of Swords. And the Chariot in the sidecar. All right, this is something coming. One more, because I see the sidecar going. The Chariot's moving. The Sun. I do think it's N, honey. I do. All right, now I know that, I don't know, well, I don't know, actually. I don't know what exactly happened or where you guys, I know you're not together, and I know there was a kind of like a, let's put the brakes on kind of feeling, but I don't think that's going to last for long. I think, oh, not that one. Where is it? Oh, there. The Queen of Wands and the celebration, the foundation. I think you're still seen as somebody very much in desired person. You know, when I said is this, and I got the Page of Swords, which tells me this is somebody who's a little unorganized about how they communicate. What does that mean? Maybe he told you that, now he's going to regret it. Jeez, I wish I wouldn't have said that, you know, or something. Here's our Chariot. We're going, we don't know which way to go. We're still trying to work it out. We're confused maybe, but we're there together. Notice our witch has her little cat in the sidecar, and there they go, and they're not sure which way to go, but guess where they're going? They're going together, and the end result is the Sun. Yeah, this is really reminding me of the squirrel analogy. I don't know. Now, let's see. He said he was not serious. He doesn't want to marry, and that's why I separated. Why can't I be happy? Why a true person doesn't come to me? Is the new person my love? I think it's in. I think it's in. But he says he doesn't want to marry. Well, okay. You know, that's okay. Be like, do you have to know that right now? Do you? And people change their minds. A lot of times, you know, sometimes you do just have to kind of, when people say it, you got to believe them at one hand, but on the other hand, they believe that now, but what about later? And are you willing to be with this person? Clearly you are not, unless you have marriage. That's what you want. And I don't know, man. I wish I were there so I could be like a fly on the wall. Were you doing the nut thing? Were you being like, will you marry me? Will you marry me? And the squirrel went, ah, and ran away? Is that true? I don't know, man. Let's see. New person coming for Jane. There's a new person coming. Seven of Pentacles. You need to, something might be cooking. Something might be brewing. The Seven of Pentacles talks about growing things. It talks about having patience. Is this still somebody new? Is this still somebody new? Oh, Jane. I asked, is it somebody new? And I got the Ace of Cups. Oh my. Okay, that's a new. Okay, I'm thinking somebody new is coming. All right, whoa. All right, so is this not N? Is this not N? It is not. Lesson learned. Oh my God, Jane. Okay, all right. Where? Oh, okay. So this is a new person. Confirm it for me on the world. Lesson learned. What's going on? Confirm. Balance. Oh my God. Okay. So a new person. Is this new person somebody Jane knows? Ten of Pentacles. It might be. It might be somebody you've known for a while. It might be somebody you work with. We got Pentacles and we got the Legacy card. And will this person present soon in the next 3 months? Choices. So choices. I think you are going to have somebody that you think is maybe this person, and then maybe it won't be. Maybe N pops back in the picture. Maybe that's that energy I was picking up on the first layout. Seven of Cups says there's choices. Some are good, some are bad. So I'm wondering if N is going to be coming on into the picture like, hey, I'm interested again, or, ooh, I've been thinking about this. And you have to decide, okay, am I giving it a chance or not? But anyway, if N does that, if N comes in and says, hey, then obviously you have to decide. If it's a person, you meet them and you're like, you're not the one I want to be with. Well, that's the choices, because then you'll get rid of that person so that the right person can come. And then there's the right person. Do you see what I'm saying? So you might, in the next 3 months, you might have N come back or some just miscellaneous person come in. And, you can decide about N if you want to, but this miscellaneous person is a no. And then there'll be the third person. And the third person is your Ten of Pentacles. And you might work with them, or you might have known them for a while. Yes. Does that make sense, Jane? I kind of got on a roll there with cards. Sometimes my brain is working faster than my mouth. So it's like I talk fast because I'm afraid I'm going to forget, or I need to get it all out because my brain is working. Does that make sense, Jane? Let me know, hon. Oh, not seeing. Well, let me know, Jane. I want to see if that made sense. All right, my friends. Oh, good. I am going to sing after all, huh? All right, we are going to wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for being here today. I enjoy reading for you guys so much. I love you. I love the tarot. I am just having a great old time over here at Tarot at 12. Make sure you hit subscribe before you head out if you have not already. I would really appreciate it. And my public service announcement again, I always have to please be safe. We know Corona. We all know about it. We all know what to do. Please be safe, okay? And let me get rid of that. Let me check my comments. Let's see. Makes sense. Okay, good. Now nobody in my life. Somebody. Yeah, if N comes, I'm suspicious that N might come, JJ. I really am. That's what it's saying. All right. Well, thank you all so much. I appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock and we'll do some more readings then. And in the meantime, check out my channel. I have a nice extensive collection of pick-a cards. Have a great day.